Oh, you want to stream in portrait mode?
Gross. You can't just turn the dealy thing?
Hold on. There's no Twitch.
The little shits it's on? No, not that part. The part that has the grippy. The claws.
Yeah, but I have to
Oh, I
rotate
see.
it this way. Yeah, you can. I forgot that was a thing with this.
Watch back, dog.
Either way, camera's live.
Okay. Word. You said $22.75.
Bruce, I'm gonna sit on you.
22.75. Yep. $22.
You've done it before. You didn't like it.
Why's the legendary bundle back up to that much?
Bruce.
Not a single fuck.
Oh, there it is. So is nobody sitting in this chair?
I will. Shit. I didn't know there was a chair left.
Yeah, there's a chair.
I'm debating if I want to buy these races.
These racists?
Yeah, from the
There's
the
only one that you need.
Ravnica and the
Black.
Caucasian. It's like having a handicap for the game. It's awesome.
God
It's like having a handicap.
A positive handicap. Yeah, it's like, oh, the guards treat you well. You don't get any random searches. It's so great.
damn it. Good God, how do we get it? I went from 0 to races so fast.
I guess he feels like he just needs to catch up since you've been gone so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did that.
There's
too.
a dad joke in there, but I'm just gonna leave that one untouched. So.
Or rather, lack thereof.
Like her.
I keep trying to fucking read the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, and there's just so much shit in there.
Oh, dude, I want to start it, but I've got so much doing right now that I'm not doing that to myself. Because once I start, I'm not gonna stop, and that is a content-rich fucking book.
I've been trying to read it for like 2 weeks now, and I think I'm only to Dungeon 7
Yeah,
out of 24.
yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, that one, and then
Oh, God damn it, Bruce. Oh.
That's a good boy.
He's
Oh.
like, you taste like fried
Oh.
chicken.
I thought you were gonna say it tastes like his own intestines, but I mean, you know,
Why would Peter taste like his own intestines?
like Bruce's intestines. I don't know. That's what he
He
licks so
tastes
hard.
like dog asshole.
You tasted like Max's dick. That's weird.
Dude, you've been there too.
Get some more of that.
Jesus.
Oh, that's all right. You start showing up regular, and then it'll be back down to regular harassment. But
Yeah,
until
you
then, we gotta play catch up.
yeah, you got back pay.
Back pay.
Back pay and harassment.
Why is there a cable just rambling on top of the table?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
He just puts his shit in the middle of the table.
Let's see. I'll bring the chair over here so that way you've got your
That's
full
fine.
dungeon mastering space, and so that way the woman doesn't get mad at me.
The
I mean, I love you.
That way the woman didn't get mad at me. I mean, I love you.
I don't know.
Were you sitting here?
No, probably on the other side of you.
I'll actually sit at the table for a change.
Yeah.
Like a bitch.
Whew. That's what I play. This is my murdering stuff. My murder soup.
What? Is that ice cream?
Yep.
Murder
Murder soup.
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 So, what have I missed?
What's the last thing you remember?
You're a tablet.
Uh,
A tablet.
You remember the bar?
Yes, he was there for that one.
I was?
Yes.
Yes.
You heard him. Yeah, you don't remember the bar with like the dice games?
No, he wasn't there for that.
He entered the bars where we stopped on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't there because that was my first session and Peter
We
wasn't.
came to
What was the experience?
came
from
to the
last
city
round?
with the wall.
2275.
I remember breaking into the city.
Yeah, and then you went.
100,000.
You walked into the bar. That's where we met this dude.
Oh,
You got lost in the bar. I'm pretty sure.
probably.
Don't actually know.
I'm somewhere doing a thing.
You ran away with people's. Oh wait, no.
No, that's Cody's where I'm being hunted. Because somebody said I stole some gold.
Wrong game. That's Cody's.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I don't,
yeah, that was
I don't know,
great.
man. I think you like ran off with like people's billfolds or something.
At
Yeah.
least two.
pushed an old man down into the gutter and
pushed
ran
an old
off.
I need some nice dude BT dub. That's dog. Almost brought another thing of like metal dice because they
You
were
move away from me? That's how it is, baby.
beautiful.
I know, I'll like a pair of metal dice eventually.
You're okay, stay right there. I still see you.
Can I help you?
Man, what you got? The dice? You get the dice, man.
Solid. Oh yeah, that's that. That's
That's
that
the one
almost
that doesn't like it.
semi-translucent one.
Damn.
Oh. Damn. Wasted. No, roll
And
lower.
17.
Lower. There we go. Okay, got a 6.
So let's see, Pinor. You were absent for a good little while.
I was actually.
You missed out on the bar where they played dice games and made a few friends.
Yes, we have a Furbolg
Yeah,
and a Dragonborn
right.
joining the party.
Yep. A Furbolg that's terrible at protecting his party, and a Dragonborn that is
The party gets themselves killed.
right.
I just, I don't know, not gonna save them all. Yeah, maybe I'm bad luck. But I'm a cleric, so we do have a healer now.
Player's Handbook.
Yeah.
They're all in the room.
You're missing a
You have a digital version, sir, from D&D Beyond.
He doesn't use D&D Beyond. He uses his own personal app.
That's because I haven't made it your campaign yet.
I'm missing something. What
I
am I
did
missing? My man. There you are. Come on, you son of a bitch.
Oh, grab a Player's Handbook.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just Google it.
Thanks, Doc.
So yes, they made some new friends. Had a chance encounter with a man named Watley,
Oh, second extra check. Sweet.
which he wanted to accompany them to the castle where they're seeking the chalice,
But he won't tell us why.
but he won't tell you why. He's very vague.
We gotta kill him.
It's not so
We
much-
gotta kill him.
It's not so much what he wants to do, or rather what he doesn't want to do.
He's gotta die.
I appreciate it.
And
Google says just an extra.
so then, after that encounter, you guys gathered some supplies and stayed at the inn for a little while and found out that there was a masquerade ball occurring in town. So you guys went to the masquerade ball,
Sweet.
made it inside, except Matt was a Jew and decided to turn into a bird, fly over the gate, and just go inside and transform back into a regular person. So he just avoided having to pay the fee to get in.
Excellent.
So after you guys arrived, you schmoozed a little bit, ate some hors d'oeuvres, and the ball was attacked by was attacked by a swarm of dread bats that busted in through the moon roof on this place because there's no sun here, so they wouldn't have a sunroof.
There was a lot.
Busted in through the moon roof, yeah. Shattered glass, killed dozens of people. Swarmed the building. They fought for a while. They fought and killed 17 creatures. Yeah, and they just kept spawning, so there was no respite from it.
My Max's foot.
After
See it? Oh,
after that, they oh goodness, it went back to the very top.
There's no part. There's gonna be a hair in this water at some point.
Yep. Just deal with it. He'll be alright.
Yeah, I gave up on my jacket long time.
Builds character. Yeah. The first thing I do when I get home is just take off all my clothes, put it in the ball, right in the laundry basket.
Mm-hmm. Text in French is not being checked. Okay. I didn't realize I had a. Okay. That's weird. So they decided because the building was like falling. It was on fire at this point. The guards had set up a perimeter around the building because the mayor's mansion actually has a gated thing around it.
Did he just
I thought
come?
that was
Probably.
Destin.
Like, he
I thought it was
that was Destiny. He goes in the bathroom, sees his penis, he's like, ah!
Anyway.
That's funny.
Oh, I missed that.
So yeah, the guards decided that there wasn't much more they could do. They set up a perimeter around this building, utilizing the already existent wall. We thought that was you laughing at your penis.
I don't know what that noise was. It wasn't me though.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive.
Oh, bro, look at that shirt.
And as
Bro,
they
you always wear like the greatest shirts.
Wait, I didn't see. Turn around.
I
and
get
as
most
they,
of them from GameStop.
as they left
It's just I'm from
No.
Cowboy Bebop.
as they left the building, they realized that the guards had set up like ballistas and just crossbow turrets around to try to protect the city. But players noticed as they left the grounds of the mayor's house that these creatures were staying to the grounds. They weren't going outside the wall that was already there. They seemed unnaturally drawn to this place. But at the same time, they weren't flying in as assumed. They were actually almost, it appeared to be spawning out of thin air, with the occasional person being carried off towards the castle. But very, very few there's nobody going towards the building anymore. And they tried at first to just shoot, and kill them as much as they could. But for every one they killed, 3 more pop up in its place. So they just stopped shooting and they just let them swarm this building, which at this point is like piles of rubble with a bunch of dreadbats swarming around it still. And as you guys retreated back to the inn, preparing yourselves to make a siege on the castle, Watley shows up, steps out of the shadows. Let's see. I can actually read that portion.
Let us to the crypts.
It is at this moment in their inn room that the mysterious figure they previously encountered, Watley, steps from the shadows as if out of thin air. Have you prepared yourselves? I must share some information with you, but it is not something easily explained. I must instead show it to you. Will you accompany me back to the mayor's mansion? I have discovered something deep beneath the grounds, below the foundation, below even the sewer system. It's impossible for us to go through the house to get there, though. We will instead go through an opening I have created in the catacombs. While I am able to move with relative ease through these crypts, you might have a harder time. Long dead corpses aren't the only thing that pervades those halls. And so you guys made haste and followed Watley to the crypt, which was fairly easy because most of the town guards are busy with the mayor's house and unconcerned with grave robbers at the moment. Catacombs are accessed through the Styx graveyard in the south of town, to the south of town. Unfortunately, it's near the base of the mountain in the direction of Castle Drake. On this particular night, the fog is especially heavy, and the crows many. However, they are unmoving, gazing with their midnight black eyes at the party as they walk towards the lone building in the center of the graveyard. And this is where they prepare the bodies for burial. It also happens to be their primary entrance to the catacombs. There's been a recent influx of burials, obviously. Unfortunately, the demand has been much greater than the group that normally mans this office can handle. As such, bodies are piled up in carriages around the building. Strangely enough, no one is here. Watley steps out of the shadows as he does and speaks. I have ensured we won't be disturbed this night. I think that's where we left it.
Yeah.
I kind
That's where we stopped.
of briefly described what the catacomb doors look like. So the large reinforced wooden trap doors that lead down into the crypt lay closed right now. Watley steps forward and waves his hand, and the trap door, with a wave of his hand, the trap door opens, disappearing down in the shadows as if it just kind of faded into dust. His voice carries back up from the darkness as he walks down into it. Come quickly. He is rapidly approaching, and we have an opportunity to stop him. Yes. So that's where you guys are at.
So when you say him, who are you talking about?
Watley says this to you. Oh, you're asking that of him.
I was gonna say.
He already like down the thing.
Oh yeah, Ashley Wilkins already gone too. Wally went in. Welkin was like, so he's just talking to the darkness. If that's what it is the case at this point.
Pretty much.
Kirk is hauling ass after Welkin.
The best option is the stealth option.
Welkin's talking loudly.
I believe that.
I'm gonna float on down and give just Welcome just a couple feet.
Float on down to the Paradise City.
Yeah.
They're just gonna
Green.
follow, shaking his head.
All right.
I'm gonna follow as quiet as I can.
So there's a smell in the air, almost like brimstone and rot, greater than you would expect from a crypt. As you guys descend into the catacombs, there's old stone sarcophagi that are beyond worn down, lining the walls on either side of you. Leave him laying down. But y'all can decide your turn order or your movement order.
Welkin went in first.
I went in after Welkin.
I went in after them.
And Kojo followed, shaking his head.
I follow.
Stealthily.
And our resident Dragonborn isn't paying attention.
No, I'm following. I was just waiting for everybody else to stop talking.
Okay.
Oh, wait, my time.
Alright.
So after a while, Watley's voice comes from ahead, but almost incorporeal, as if he was not standing anywhere near you. It's fairly dark in here. I imagine, though, that some of you have dark vision, which is not a problem. To your left, I've cleared a path. You have to crawl low. You see the bottom slot where the coffin should be. It is open.
Welkin walks in without bending over.
No, it's shorter than Welkin is tall.
Where's the door?
How's everybody else gonna get in? I'm only 2.5 foot.
Exactly.
How about you,
So he opened what
bent
up?
stone?
He
Bent
underneath
something
so
with stone.
along the walls.
It was like the
There's the double stacked coffins,
Right.
and the further you progress in, it's no longer stone coffins; it's just the wooden coffins, basic wooden coffins, and they're starting to deteriorate, you know. One of them has been removed, and there's a dugout in that
So it's
slot
like
where it's
somebody's have to
supposed to
crawl
go.
through.
Yes, it is a crawl space.
Apparently, that's what my timer sounds like when it goes off. That sounds like a bitch.
I can light something for free. Just put a light on something, you know.
Where's
Alright, so Welkin ducks.
Whoever's going first. All right, so if Welkin's going in, I'll cast a light on him so he lights the way for all us non-seeing folk.
Everyone.
I don't know about y'all. I can. I got a transmuter stone. I can choose to see in the dark.
When you die,
I don't know if I can either.
No, it probably wouldn't work anymore. It'd probably just be a fucking.
Oh, you can do better than that. Yep.
I'm fine.
That's a good boy.
Okay.
And I totally forgot about my my racial traits because I have a couple of spells and actions I can do.
So
How do you
you hunt down and start to walk into this opening, and the further you progress, the tighter it tends to get. So at this point, even Welkin has to get down on his knees to avoid scraping his head on the ceiling.
God damn, if I gotta get on my knees, y'all are like crawling on your bellies.
Can I
Yep.
just like plank it and float?
Plank it and float.
Yeah, you know,
Plank on the carpet.
like lay, like just be like stiff and just.
Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't. You're small too. So you're probably like reclined,
Oh yeah, dude.
floating all the way down this little tunnel.
Do, 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 do. Cross my legs, but I don't think there's enough room.
Oh,
So as you guys start to crawl through here, the earth starts to feel a bit different than dirt you're familiar with. There's also
Wet dirt,
no, it's a lot.
You mean mud?
It's a lot denser.
like clay.
Advanced.
It's advanced dirt.
It's dirt
Level-
plus.
level 2 dirt, yeah.
Level 2 dirt. No, it doesn't feel like any dirt that you've ever felt before.
Nigga, dirt is dirt.
Yes, but I'm saying that the type of whatever it's made out of
Oh, whatever's
isn't-
mixed with the
isn't
dirt.
something. Yeah,
Okay.
whatever's mixed in is something that you don't, and it seems to get less like actual dirt and more like this other substance you've never seen before.
Got it.
Yeah. Grossed out.
Does it still smell like brimstone?
Oh yeah, in fact, it's getting worse. Like the smell is getting much greater.
The advantages of not having a nose.
What do we see? That's the tunnel.
Well, it's. I mean, you're crawling and you don't
Bright
see
Welkin.
much. You just see a bright ass Welkin bright in this tunnel, and then it goes on in one direction, and then it goes back in the other
But it's
direction.
still just like an earthen tunnel.
Just an earthen tunnel. Very, very.
Is it getting hotter?
It's not getting hotter, no.
Okay.
Yeah, we going into hell? Is that what you thinking?
Just making sure, man. You gotta ask the right questions.
He slipped and fell right into hell.
Now we're going into the upside down.
Apparently, it smells like fucking brimstone and asshole.
Maybe we're crawling into the asshole of like a dragon. Like it was just punkered right up against that coffin thing, and we just crawled right into it.
It'd be slimier though.
You would
Familiar with dragons' assholes, are you?
I assume it's like every asshole, just a little slimy. How did we get here?
There's
Anyway,
some fleshy
in the
walls
hole.
were in him. It's almost pulsing.
did you hear, man? The dirt doesn't feel like dirt anymore.
through the whatever.
Through the
What's
dragon's
happening?
through the dragon's
there's
asshole.
nothing. No one knows anything about. Can I inspect the dirt?
Sure.
I'm gonna inspect the dirt. I'm just sitting here floating. I'm gonna get like
Yes.
a coke fingernail.
Snort it. I don't know what that was.
Good dirt.
That's a.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Well, it's something. I'm not sure if it's dirt.
13.
He eats
13.
the dirt.
No, if he rolled a natural one, he'd just eat it.
He just rolled a natural one.
No,
Yeah, but he has half
half
his
luck.
luck.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Horse shit.
Welcome.
Oh, so you're a
Welcome's
halfling?
wit.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. You and Welkin are both halflings. Nice.
Mhm.
Okay. Nice.
So you kind of look at it and you take a bit in your hand and it separates from the dirt. It's a different consistency, a different density than the dirt is. So it separates out. It doesn't look like a rock of any kind.
It's like powdery.
No, it's solid. It doesn't crumble though. It's like chunks.
Like a hard dirt.
I was thinking more like
We're in the
cottage
anus
cheese.
of something.
Not. I think the consistency, like how cottage cheese is to the liquid that it's in.
Yeah.
Like the dirt is the liquid, and then the cottage cheese is just the. But it's not squishy at all. It's like
Solid.
hard, solid.
Can I gather a little bit? Let's get some
Sure,
samples.
you can gather a little bit of this. You do notice it has a slight blue tint to it.
This might be explodey.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna take some.
Yeah, with all this methane gas in this asshole, I bet there's a lot of.
Do I need to roll to see how much of this?
No, you can collect a little bit of it. There's enough of it intermingled.
I eat one.
You eat one.
Why?
Well,
He's
it just
undead.
falls out of him.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like,
that's
ah! And it falls. He's like,
It sits inside my chest piece.
right. Ooh, I need to put this as.
and as you guys
a
crawl,
jar of dirt.
mysterious jar of
I do
dirt.
have a jar of dirt.
So as you guys crawl further, the dirt becomes less, and this weird new to you Earth, becomes more prevalent.
That's slightly blue.
Slightly blue, yes.
I'm gonna put it as kind of dirt with a blue tint.
Yeah,
Blue
that's
dirt.
what it is.
Yeah.
Blue dirt. It's like brown dirt, but blue, and less dirt.
And more.
Not dirt.
No.
More not dirt.
I was gonna see if you would just say it maybe.
More not dirt, yeah. So as you come to the end of the tunnel, it very tight, almost a very tight opening, but Welkin manages to squeeze through it.
Are you not even gonna look out the hole first?
No,
Yep, it's Welkin.
I'm talking to the air. I'm talking to Wadley.
It-
I'm just asking questions and then just mumbling on about the brimstone, and then I mumble about the dirt for a second. I'm like, okay, and I'm dictating as I walk, like a normal scientist would.
Does he see anything in this room that he comes out of?
He walks into this room. I mean, aside from the light that's coming off of him, it seems just not
Just
very
an
bright in
urban-
here at all. Yeah.
Okay.
This entire room is solid with that same.
Okay. It's like a cave though. It's like
Almost.
we're underground for sure though.
Yes,
Kinda
we're
like a
definitely
cavern.
underground. Kind of like a cavern. It's not very big. It's maybe, I mean, what is that? Like a 25 by 25 foot room.
Yeah.
It's not very big. The ceiling is only maybe 12 feet high.
Stalactites, rock.
No, nothing
No.
like that. It looks like this room was like kind of carved out ish.
Okay.
Carved out of dirt.
So man-made. I'll follow behind him. See if I can crawl my way out of this thing.
Do I hear Wadley?
No, you don't hear Wally. He only spoke to you those 2 times when he first entered into here and when he was before the hallway. Yeah. So in this room,
She got the dog.
uh,
Yeah, she got the dog.
a room with a low ceiling,
Dog. We ain't kind of expect
and
that.
there's another tunnel off to the
Minty fresh.
there's another tunnel off to the right that looks similar to the one that you just came in, except that it's that you came from, except that it's
Came in.
I don't know why that made me laugh so
We
much.
just came in this dragon's anus.
So,
Hey. You okay?
yeah, except that it's a much taller tunnel that leads downward to the left.
Okay, it's a taller tunnel. Great.
Yeah.
Well,
to the
I
left
follow
and then
up.
to the right.
To your the tunnel is to your right. It leads down to the left.
Ah, okay.
I'll follow up behind Welkins.
Hi, I'm still just narrating.
We're just doing
Spacious.
the conga line thing.
Looks kind of like an air pocket.
You see anything in here, little buddy?
You asking? It's a dirt chamber.
And I just keep walking.
Okay.
Yes, Wally. It's quite interesting. So, who is this him? Still not there? Okay.
You get
Well,
no response from the air. So as you
well, just alert us when you find something.
And then I just keep talking. This
so
is
as,
welcome.
as you approach the edge, the threshold of that opening, you notice that the floor around it, or the floor near it, and then down that tunnel, the floor is covered in a thick substance, some kind of substance. It smells awful and slightly tacky.
Can I help you, Max?
tacky.
Yeah,
Like
it's-
sticky.
It's like a sticky floor almost, except that it sticks to your boots.
I wouldn't know.
Barefoot ass
No, I love it, baby.
between your jelly
That's what,
toes.
I'm in the air constantly. I don't think he's walked unless forced. So
True.
Are there
He's
any
gotten
rocks?
rounder and rounder as time has gone.
Are there any rocks in here?
No, that's the strange thing. Aside from that
Just
weird,
like a
gross.
dirt.
Yeah,
Like
well,
that
it's
just
not.
breaks-
And
it's
that's
not
the
like
thing is
dirt.
that the further you've gotten into this chamber, I'm sorry, the further you went down that tunnel, the less actual dirt there was, and more of this solid, almost rock that's in this room. This room is almost exclusively carved out of it. There's not any remaining dirt or debris from the carving. It's just solid.
Is the tackiness visible?
Yes, there's a sticky substance on the floor.
Can I like take my mace and just like scrape?
Gross, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it seem to have any like negative effect? Like a
No, I mean now your mace is covered in some smelly,
I throw
sticky
alchemist
shit.
fire on it
why?
Because that's what he does.
for science.
For science,
You're gonna
okay.
kill us all.
it
for
lights
science.
it lights the path, but we have to crawl through fire now.
I'm an alchemist, so I'm
That's
just
true,
like,
he's an alchemist. Okay, so you.
So I reach
you
my
use an
alchemist pouch, and I'm just like,
Okay, so it ignites in that area where your alchemist fire is, but the substance itself doesn't catch fire. Only your jelly that's in your vial.
Okay, so it's not flammable. That's good. If we fight some like flame or like some fire type monsters or something, we can cover ourselves in this stuff to like maybe reduce it. It seems to have like
You
flame
can be
retardant.
a flame retard.
Yeah, it's flame retard.
What if you just got a whole bunch of baby gelatinous cube on your mace and you just don't know it yet?
Baby gelatinous cube. Hey, that's right. That would be really gross.
I'm just
I want
gonna
to shake it
throw it
off. I want to like get it off my mace.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you shake
good
it
luck.
off.
Shake it
And
off.
it's
like,
still really tacky, so you don't get all of it off.
Yeah.
Think
Okay.
about trying to get anything that's sticky, like those
Like when
old.
gum dries and it sticks to your finger.
No, like those old GameStop
Yeah.
stickers that still had that tacky residue that you just couldn't get
Just
off no
can't
matter
get
what
off.
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that kind of sticky residue.
We need some Google on it.
Hit something, your mace just stuck to it.
yeah. Well, y'all stand back there. I'm just gonna go ahead and go into mist form, and I'm just gonna float through the tunnel.
Okay.
So gaseous
Is
form.
he still
Okay.
glowing as mist?
That would be
Is he still
legit.
glowing as mist? Is he holy mist now?
Oh shit.
Well, he changed forms.
Yeah, and I touch an item, so if that item changed forms, then it would probably stop the light.
His
I would
properties
guess.
changed because of magic. I imagine that the spell that was previously.
So it just got dark.
Yeah.
We use my sword and have light again.
Okay. So now there's light,
That's
and
the
Welkin is
thing.
floating down a tunnel that spirals to the left.
I'll get in and crawl after him, or walk after him if he's big enough for us to walk.
Yeah, it's plenty big enough for you to walk. I mean, it's a couple feet. No, I say a couple feet tall. It's about 5 feet tall. You do notice as you walk down this tunnel that there are claw marks on the walls. It looks as though this is a well-traveled tunnel of sorts, as if it was dug out.
Can I investigate the claw marks?
Sure.
See if I can determine what kind of creature left them.
Vulcan is still trying to talk in his gaseous form. It's just no sounds are coming out.
Womp, womp,
You know
womp,
what?
womp,
That's
womp.
probably a big nothing.
I'll give you a hand in your investigation, sir.
Derek, your picture
So
first.
maybe we can.
Oh, it's
Maybe we can figure this out together.
I just noticed I was like, I can't tell where we are in the map because I can't actually read it. I'm just
14.
looking at pictures.
Okay. So,
I don't know why it does that.
I don't know.
so
There we
you
are. And
you
now it's the ceiling.
I know it's
I know
sharp.
the reactivate.
yeah, you know
have to
that
swap it to the
whatever caused this
forward-facing
is some kind of
cameras.
bestial creature. It
Don't
doesn't
look.
look like claw marks from anything that you've ever seen before.
So with my Vienna sausage fingers, are the claw marks? Like, can I stick a whole hand in the claw mark?
Not in the individual claws, no.
Or
Okay.
how big?
About the size of like the spread on the claws is about the size of a normal human hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on, someone got stabbed by one of these recently
Did they?
in the mayor's house.
Did they?
No, I don't know. It was a joke. The one dude who did get stabbed
Oh.
isn't here.
Guy that did
Oh.
get stabbed. Yeah. That's true. Let's compare claw marks. See if these
compare
match.
wounds. Okay. Well, let's go in after.
Okay.
Vulcan.
So, as you guys progress down this little tunnel here, there's sounds of some kind of beast, many of them, in the room ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper out to Welkin. Welkin, hold up.
Welcome doesn't listen to anybody.
I put a hand on the shoulder. Brick wall, man.
Yeah.
As far as Vulcan's concerned, he's still trying to talk to Wadley. He's just like, these are just mild inconveniences to him for the greater science. He's curious about this manor. He read the books.
Right.
He's ready to meet this cat. He wants to know more.
I don't know how you're still alive.
Let's try to catch these guys by surprise.
Because Welkin is a god.
No.
But it all, his
Welkin's
team members,
an asshole.
his team members are gods.
No, he doesn't care though.
Oh.
Y'all are minor inconveniences.
Oh, Billy.
So you guys can continue.
No, I
to
know
I
what
mean,
you want.
Welkin obviously is going to continue.
Yeah, I
down.
guess.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
Welkin's going.
If they allow me, I'll go first and kind of scout it out
Come on, Bruce.
I mean,
stealthily.
that would be nice. I would like some scouting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this lasts a good long while. That's good.
I'm gonna move at less than move it 15 foot quicker.
Okay.
Get that nice advantage on this.
So as you walk to the entrance to the threshold of this room, you see that this area that you've walked into, to your left is a corner, obviously, and all around you, the tunnel opens up into a chamber with what looks like nests. All the beasts are gathered in a pile in the center of the room in some kind of mating/feeding frenzy. They don't seem to notice the party entering the room.
Ooh, good.
It's a 31 stealth.
Okay.
Gonna get closer.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So you see, you get closer, you see a pile of creatures just feasting on what look like corpses.
Human corpses?
The room is littered with half-eaten corpses, presumably stolen from the crypt above. So yes.
What do you these look like?
I don't have a picture if that's what you're looking for.
Draw one.
Well, if you're on D&D Beyond, you can look up a Dreadbat.
Not on D&D Beyond. I know a Dreadbat's on D&D Beyond. So they're definitely hunched over. They're almost lupin in appearance. They have a very dog-like look to them. Their skin is very pale. And of course, their fingers end in claws. They have rows and rows of teeth. And they have very little hair. They have like little tufts of hair, like maybe on the bottoms of their jaw, on
Mostly,
the
like,
top of
gross
their head.
skin.
So
Yeah.
They look like lichens, but with mange.
Mange, yeah, almost.
It's gonna be were rats. No, I'm not tall were rats.
Typically a little bit shorter, but I mean, if a taller being gets bitten by a were rat and
Like a
contracts
dire
it.
rat.
I wonder if they're like blind or if they're nocturnal and have good dark vision.
So yeah, Vulcan's just floating in the room. He's just kind of looking around. And let's see if he finds a way out with his gaseous form.
Well, can find the
That's right. Vulcan is life. Life. Investigation. 22, so not too bad.
You mean out of the room that you just moved into?
Yep.
Besides the entrance that you just came through, there doesn't appear to be any other exits in this room.
No cracks in the walls or anything?
No cracks in the walls. In fact, the room seems unnaturally smooth.
And would you say it was made
How
out
high
of?
is the ceiling?
The ceiling's not very high. Maybe 15 feet.
I'll post up around the ceiling. Watch the fuckery that's about to ensue.
Is it stone?
Or
It's made of that
It
same
could help.
bluish stone that you.
crazy idea.
Man, that's asking a lot. Asking a whole lot.
One day you're gonna die, and Morgan will dance on your grave.
Morgan might die with him.
No, there's that too.
Vulcan will help eventually because he knows if we all die, we're not going to be able to save him. His spells run out.
Also true.
So I have some pretty cool AoE spells. Are they winged?
They are not winged.
Okay.
Imagine if a naked mole rat and a werewolf had a baby.
Right. That's what I'm
Okay.
picturing. This leathery looking, hunched over creature.
Leathery ball sack looking creatures that are currently slapping ball sacks.
Bruce.
Bruce.
Derek. Anthony. Welcome.
You never said if I should change my level or not.
Nope, I did not.
Told you, max level
Who's
8.
an F? Who's F? Who's
It's Frank.
F? F? Who's
It's for,
F? Oh, I know who F is.
it's for
And then
friends. We do
Peter
stuff together.
Peter is
It was for you
what?
and me.
Peter, what's your AC?
18,
And your HP?
80.
How many creatures?
There's a
sure.
pile of them.
I'm sure he'll put some markers down. So.
Oh yeah, that's what I was meaning.
Are they like in a sex pile or just?
Oh yeah, they're in a sex pile.
gross?
I told you they're in
This
a
is Guantanamo
feeding
Bay,
slash.
man. They're all just.
They're in a feeding slash mating frenzy.
They're just penises upon penises on top of each other.
Okay, so someone has to take the L and get in the gay pile.
Get in the gay pile.
I'm automatically.
Throw a dick in there. Throw an
You're a
extra
skeleton.
dick.
What did she say?
So you have extra holes.
He's an extra holy skeleton.
Yeah, I'll get that logic, fucker. Look, you get jabbed in the eye socket, you're fine. I get jabbed in the eye socket, back of my head's going.
Well, it's not showing what I responded, but it does show that she opened what I
Why
did.
do you dodge?
How high is the
Seen
ceiling?
it in a picture.
No.
The ceiling is more than one. No, the ceiling's about 15 feet high.
Okay. Pretty cool.
Check your fingers, person.
I feel an odd kinship.
Do you?
Oh, because
Kim's about to get.
that's one of them.
Oh,
I use
yeah.
one of those.
Go, Goomba.
I was using that
What was she using?
to see that. That's why I have your phone right here.
Okay. Well, let me know change mine.
Okay.
I gotta make sure my friend okay.
I worry about what's going on in that room.
I don't even worry about it.
So that's all of them?
Yep, there's 6 of them. Just
I wanna-
kind of in the middle of the room,
I want to cast a spell.
fucking and eating, and
You gonna put him to sleep?
so everybody can
No.
roll initiative.
Do we get a surprise round on him?
We'll talk about that momentarily.
Great. Great initiative.
Welcome got a 15.
Well,
I got a big 2.
Okay, Wilkin got a 15.
Yep.
Who got what?
Kirkland got a 2.
Big numbers.
Yeah. Yep. I'm real happy about that.
What'd you get?
12.
12. What did she say?
Really want to do something with our own group together.
13.
I have an 18.
15.
16. Is it bad that I'm so used to her having a mouthful of something I understand? the
Well, I
language?
mean,
Did we
you know,
get a chance to rest
food,
before you
know,
went home?
fine.
Yeah, y'all had gone back to the inn.
How do we? So I'm a level 11.
The fuck?
Okay.
The fuck?
My health with a.
Well, you never talked to the
like,
Disney about it?
See.
It's pretty fun.
I'm not sure how to respond to that.
So essentially,
With
what
that-
she's saying is there's enough room left in her mouth, left room in there that she can still talk. So
Damn.
yeah.
Damn.
Wow, that was brutal for you, babe. Come here, let's try it and see if it works. No, seriously. No! We'll wait till we get home.
Okay. You see this one?
She didn't open it yet. I'll let you know when you side bitches here. I promise.
See, not my side.
You're right, she's the main on the side.
She my other friend.
I know, baby.
That sounds like a side bitch.
He has a lot
I
of
mean,
it,
she's,
trust me.
Yeah, I've got a lot of friends that are female. A lot. But she's like my number 2. Jess is my best friend. Mandy's my number 2.
Look. I'm not even gonna get into this right now. We had a conversation when we went to her wedding.
What, for Jess's?
By the way,
It's a myself, jail.
someone just has a problem with other women.
That's cool. He's not sliding the tip.
No, I know that.
Okay, so what's the problem?
I have a problem with other females. Always have.
Please refer to previous statement.
It's like dogs, you know?
Yeah,
How they can't control their urges.
it's an authority thing, I think.
Just pee on him.
Just, yeah, that sounds
Or-
like a good
That
idea.
sounds like a pretty. That sounds like a pretty reasonable idea.
Just when all the
I
social
mean, if you can't,
situations.
if you can't like
Pee on
aim it,
shoes.
just like cup and pee into your hand and just fling. you just fling it around. You can.
They
you can-
actually make a cup where girls can pee
Yeah,
like
yeah,
men.
just, well, like,
sheep pee.
So
oh
like,
yeah.
Yeah,
so like you
the
just
sheep
put your
pee.
finger on the bottom of it and go, put it in
Yeah,
your
there
face.
you go.
You know, just like get a little on his shoe, assert your authority, and boom. Resolved.
They do it into like a
That's
cologne
cool.
bottle.
You're nice until they get bitchy. Once they get bitchy, then my bitch comes out. That's it. But it's okay. So far, they've all been nice.
So pee
'Cause they know their place.
on them? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not good in social situations.
Pee on them.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
a go-to
if the
solution.
person just as a pee on them, we all know that.
All right,
Look.
R. Kelly, calm it down. I'm going
Sometimes
to pee
you
on
just gotta pee on something.
Yeah, it's something, not someone.
Got you.
If they're in the firing range, well, it's on them. You get some pee on your shoe because you got too close. That's on you.
What was that movie? Oh my god. There was a movie about zoo animals. And this guy was trying to get. Oh God, I'll have to look it up. Hold on.
Can't see it. You can't see the food. You don't want the food.
I'll feed you one of these.
He does. He loves the lemon ones, but you have to break it in half.
Gross.
I got food too.
He is not.
Max may be an ass, but he's not stupid.
He may be a stupid ass, but he's not a dumbass.
There you go.
Bruce, no. No, that's just Jeremy.
There's the bark increases.
Barking intensifies.
Yeah.
I imagine Max, if you try to hold him from barking, he's like that fucking white kid who's trying to tell you something. His veins are shaking. That's Max.
I was about to say this like meme. He's in the classroom.
You just sit there, get you as your
Zookeeper. He gets advice from
from the wall.
the wolf, and he pees on everything inside a restaurant. Like pees on, like marking his territory and shit. It's hilarious.
What is happening in this movie?
He can talk to animals.
No. The animals like break their vow of silence for talking to humans because they don't want him to leave the zoo.
So,
Because he thinks he has to have a glam job to have the girl.
as you
Anyway.
walk into this room, you see this. Welkin floats up to the ceiling. You walk in and you see this pile of orgy feeding. And everybody
takes
gets
off his
a
clothes.
round of attack before they retaliate.
Yay!
But who had initiative for?
Anthony,
I should use my turn to be on that side.
you gonna move?
Mm-hmm. Stealthily.
That's where you'd like to be?
Yes.
Okay. Courtney?
Holy shit, I'm second.
Yeah.
At least in y'all's order you are.
Initiative was pretty trash.
Yeah. Pretty well all of y'all had crap initiative.
I can't actually see me.
Vulcan
in
was
the
in double digits.
frame.
I don't
Where
know what
am
you're
I?
talking about.
You're on the
I got a big tooth.
I assume
No,
you're
biscuits.
Foxy right
I'm
here.
like way in the back.
that gigantic mini, this third in line.
No, she's not the gigantic mini as third
I'm the
one.
red
She's-
one.
Oh, the red one.
She's
Okay.
Dragonborn.
Oh,
So where are you?
Yeah, where was I on the thing? 'Cause I
In
only
the
have
back of the line.
40 movement.
Right. You guys are all in the entranceway here.
Okay,
You have a breath attack?
I do. I'm trying to get. I gotta count my range.
Don't get too close.
did you really put it on Bruce?
Well, what else is he gonna be good for?
Apparently, he's a coffee table.
Well, hell yeah, dude, and he's happy with it. He's A-OK.
Oh wow.
Not a single fuck.
No,
Okay.
hell no. Bruce, you're the
So move
man.
me up
You're the
10.
greatest coffee table, Bruce.
Move me over to your right one. Okay. My breath attack. Where's your wrist? 5 by 30 foot line. I don't know what that means.
It means
You can hit
It's a
everything in a
one,
straight line.
yeah, in a straight
Straight
line,
line,
one
yeah.
square.
So I'd have to be over some more.
If you go over 2 more, you can hit 3 in a row.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
the
the
best you
maximum
can hope
is
for is 3.
Okay. So move me over 2 more and put me in line for that.
Mhm.
And it's lightning damage.
Okay.
So, dexterity save.
Yes.
We're there in the middle of being conjoined. Wouldn't that be a disadvantage to the dexterity save?
That, or they have crazy bonuses.
Crazy. I thought you were gonna say crazy boners. Imagine just being attacked by a bunch of undead things. with
Extra
But
crazy
isn't it-
boner.
they all
Fucking
share
boners.
the same reaction.
I'm just saying, this could be like
So
one
The whole
weird.
conga line moves in the same
Yeah.
direction.
So we're about to fight monsters who are at full blast and horny.
Yeah. And we're about to cook them too, because
Okay.
they're
Imagine
not
if you
gonna
were in
get
the
So
middle
the-
of fucking and somebody walks into your room. tries to kill
Starts,
you.
it starts killing you, right?
The blue one rolled a 9.
No.
The gold one rolled 8. And the red one rolled a 12.
No. They all take 12 lightning damage.
12 lightning damage.
And then move me back over to
Wouldn't it be funnier if one of them had like an awesome reflex and just ripped the boners off the other ones?
Wait, are they fucking each other or are they fucking the dead bodies?
Each other.
Each
Oh,
other.
okay.
But they're also
Both.
eating at the same time.
Yeah,
You
they're
can't
eating
tell at this
fucking-
point.
Yeah, it's just a massive
It's-
orgy.
Imagine trying to fuck a chick from behind while eating a turkey leg.
Okay.
There's like
okay.
six-
Good. I mean, I
George
think I can get down by
Costanza?
this.
Anyone remember that
That's
Seinfeld
what
Yes, I
episode?
do.
I think
Remember
it's
the
all
Seinfeld
in
episode?
there.
I know Cody's
Whenever he's
definitely
got all
in
the
there.
food like hidden
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah. Opens the drawer.
Yeah, pulls out the sub sandwich.
Yes.
And then
And he's
I
like,
still
I want you
move
for
back
Jerry.
around.
Flew too close to the sun.
Oh my god. That was a great
He like couldn't
episode.
get. He
Yes.
started getting off like while he would eat food
Mhm.
now.
Yeah,
That
he'd
was great.
just sitting there
He's
over.
just like, and Jerry's like, are you okay? He's just like,
Can I still move since I have movement?
Yeah, if you still have movement left.
Okay, move me back over towards where I was.
How many spaces?
As
Three.
much as she has.
If you move
Yeah.
10 and then 3 more.
See, I'm moving.
25, so that puts 3 squares of movement left. So,
So I only used 20 because I moved 10 and then I moved over 2. So-
Yeah,
So move me back to the other corner.
damn near get back to right where she started.
right.
Damn near.
Almost. Yeah. Okay. Welkin,
It's only 15.
I float.
floating at the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm mildly confused. I
Derek?
mean, I was intrigued.
Wow,
The orgy feasting fest, and then everybody's just attacking these poor creatures, and they're not.
I'm going to
natural
between the two
states.
rocks that are.
We didn't even try to
They're not
talk
rocks,
to
they're
them or
nests.
get in
What are
on
they?
the orgy.
Nests.
Nothing.
I
We just
imagine
started-
you would have
Yeah.
jumped in on your turn.
what, buddy? What? You want to do
Come on.
it here?
That's
No.
fun.
I
I'm
am
not
a
standing
small
in between the
human.
two desks that are
All the more
closest
we
to
can
the entrance.
No,
I get up behind him and I just start
See if
going
they
at
rush
it.
me and step on their own nest.
that'd
Okay.
be one hell of a deck save. And they ain't gonna be.
All right. Pinor. Pinair.
After this attack, I'm just going to shoot him with a crossbow.
Oh, wait, do I have crossbow? Oh, no, I have javelin.
Javelin them.
No
I use
crossbow.
regular bolts, not use the ones.
Pinor.
No. You just have a text from the van.
So, upon natural 20 does it. Right?
Wait, why are you checking?
Oh, you're moving and then you were shooting as well.
Oh, you asked me.
Okay, I
so
thought you were moving and you said I'm going to wait here until they rush me. And I was like,
No, that's the plan of where I position.
Okay.
So I'm going to shoot.
so,
Non-natural 20.
yeah, that hits.
They're not really actively dodging, right?
Yeah, I have to make sure. I'm going to shoot in the middle, so the middle one's the target.
Okay. The gold one or the green one?
Gold one.
Gold one. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Alright, so that's 25 damage.
25 damage.
I get 3 attacks, so we'll try this again.
Oh, I forgot. I could have.
19, critical.
Okay.
45 damage.
Damn. Doing some damage, huh?
It's a 3-die dead crossbow.
Okay.
Uh,
With 3 shots.
Was that one?
that one's still standing.
Not that
Crit
kind of
one.
party.
Well, I didn't say it was still standing. I'm just saying you just
Okay.
shot. It's an orgy of feeding and fucking. You can't tell where one ends and the other begins, so it's kind of
You're just shooting.
you're just shooting, and even if it's dead, they're probably still fucking it and still eating.
I'm going to aim a little bit to the left then.
Okay.
The red one.
Okay, unless a 10 hits, that's
A 10 does not hit. Okay. So arrows fly out of your thing and just pepper its body, and the creatures don't stop. They just continue fucking and eating whatever they're fucking and eating. I'm sure those new holes that are peppered into its body become new orifices.
Oh.
My God.
My.
Yeah, but they're going to hit a crossbow bolt to go into it.
Maybe.
That's fine.
They
That
might
just-
have chimpanzee penises.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What?
Super tiny.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like at best they've got 2 inches.
What if they have those ones that scoop everything out? They'll scoop the crossbow bolt out.
I'm not gonna try to recover these.
You don't want that one back?
Nah.
No?
Okay.
That's the reason I'm not
Uh,
using the silver ones.
Yeah.
No, that's welcome. Or is that?
You're all standing in the doorway.
I know, but I need to know which short.
He wants to make sure he
grabs.
grabs the right mini.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. It's been so long.
Has it though?
It has. I'm gonna move right here. And I'm gonna punch this guy in the fucking face.
Careful, you might punch something else.
Whatever.
Punch your fist
Punch him in
in
his
his
There's a
asshole.
butthole. And he's
Oh.
done.
I'll punch buttholes too. Whatever. I don't care.
That's punch anything, man.
I don't care. I'll punch a bee.
Man, that looked like a 1 from here.
I know.
No, it's a 7. So 17.
Okay.
So that hit.
That's a hit.
And, gonna burn that.
Oh, I'm
Flurry
so
of
dumb.
blows.
Oh yeah.
I read the
You gonna
base
blow him,
damage,
dude?
not the level damage. It's supposed to be
Wow.
twice that.
Oh,
So that.
So
is-
tell him that.
Yeah.
16.
That hits. And think about it for a second.
Oh, 10.
How much is that?
10.
That doesn't hit.
Okay.
He missed with a 10, so.
So
He hit twice.
I'll get 2 attacks and just do it all and roll damage.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, you got 3 attacks, right? You got the first one.
I only have 2.
Oh, and then the,
I got 2. Fury of Blows is bonus action, so I'm hitting it again. So that's 26.
That hits.
So
Twice.
So that's 18 damage from the bow staff.
Mm-hmm.
And... Ow. Oh, that is not great damage. 10. That's 10 from a Fury of Blows and 2 poison.
So you said 13 and 10 plus 2? Or is 2 of that 10 poison?
No.
10 plus 2.
12.
Yeah, 10
So
plus
12
2.
and 13?
Yes.
25.
25. And that's against the red one?
So I misread my breath attack.
Uh-huh.
It's actually
Base level should be 3d6.
yeah, well, one above that.
So
I read-
4d6?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 46. So can I roll the other 2 d6?
You should only have one if it was a 3d6 to start with. I know,
It
I
was a-
used to have a Dragonborn.
Yeah, okay. So it says 2d6 lightning, and then for 6th level it's 3, for 11th it's 4. For level 15 it's
Okay, so
5.
you, okay. Yeah, that's okay. So roll your other 2 damage.
And your boy needs to make
10. Right.
You have to make a deck save or remain prone.
I just clicked it.
Is it? I'm trying to make sure it's a deck save.
Pretty sure.
is missionary considered prone?
Yes,
Is
deck
he already
save.
pretty much
Depends
prone?
on which part of missionary you're in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was also true. Did she
What?
have-
It's a deck save.
It's a deck save?
Yeah.
13?
Nope.
Nope.
He is prone.
Okay, they are laying down.
Excellent. So he's laying even further down.
That's right. He's as flat as possible.
He's really in the zone now.
Alrighty. Okay, so that takes care of Peter. Kirk. He's last.
Are any of these dudes dead?
One of them is.
Sorry,
One of them
But
is?
you wouldn't know that because it's still
You don't know
being
which
fucked
one.
viciously.
Okay. Alright, so they don't seem to be too strong. So I was going to blow a really good spell, but luckily, actually, I'm not going to do that.
You were going to blow a really good load.
I was going to blow a
Decided
load all
not
over
to.
these guys.
You got outside to do just kind of
Matt's not here, so he doesn't have anybody to go smoke with. So
Yeah.
he's less inclined to smoke.
Also true.
good. Just sit down.
I sit down all day.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to
Make
stay.
it
Yeah.
right.
Man, I really want a standing desk. Like the
I'm in
longer.
the opposite boat of you guys. I stand all day. So.
Yeah.
I used to stand all day, and I got used to that.
Yeah.
And now I sit all day, and I'm just like always trying to find a new position to sit in or
Mhm.
something. I want to get one of them saddle chairs. And I
Nah,
saw that
you
thing,
were
and I was
talking
like,
about
man,
that
I
the
want
other
that
day.
now. I'm gonna have to look and see how much they cost. See if I
Oh.
can convince Fred to get one for me.
I was gonna tell a story about what happened today, but we're live on the internet.
Yeah.
Glad I caught myself.
Okay.
All right, I use Flame Strike, right in the center on this green guy, and it's a 10-foot radius all around, so
Okay,
it should
so
hit
it should hit
everyone.
everybody.
And they need to make a deck save.
Yeah, I'm making them make deck saves. 13.
No.
13.
Nope.
A lot more than 13. It's a 23.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it? Okay. 14.
Nope.
23
23.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
and a 23.
Yeah, those last two hit. For
So
sure.
the 14 hits.
The 20
I'm sorry.
is-
No, the two 20s they hit.
Right.
The last two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine the 23.
Yeah, they make that.
there were two 13s, a 14, and three 23s.
Yeah, the 323s land.
Okay.
I'm sorry. They block. They success.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
They
Okay.
success.
They
Slip your
success.
finger.
Words.
So it
They
exits
dialect.
Yes.
the chat, and then whenever I
You
put
are
it back
for
in,
Very
it'll go
I
good
imagine-
with words.
Imagine words are your second language.
Yeah.
You can change that now.
Okay.
You have to do it.
Okay. Alright, so it's gonna be 4d6 fire and then 4d6 radiant. So I need thank you.
Figure your shit out.
One that way.
Look, he's got a set of 4 right there. You're asking for mine.
Yeah.
No, just you have to
Yeah.
It's only got a couple of 6s.
Alright. Wow.
You're welcome.
Because it's 46 of each, isn't it?
It's yeah.
You need 4.
Okay, that's 10 on the first guy. Oh yeah, and then it's radiant damage. And that was better. Actually, that was the same. 10 fire and 10 radiant on the first guy.
Well, it's gonna be all of them, isn't it?
Are we doing that? We doing one roll for every?
Yeah, I
everyone?
mean, I only need
Okay.
one roll for everything.
Okay.
We're not. This is not Gloomhaven. We just do it, and then the guys that it hit. The
Uh-huh.
guys that it doesn't, it doesn't.
Okay, got it. So
Do they take half damage on the save? Or?
yeah, the three that made it take half damage, so they'll take 10,
So
5 of each,
Okay.
and the other people take 20 of fire.
20 fire, 20 radiant. Okay.
No, 10 fire, 10
Yeah.
radiant.
20 damage total.
20 damage
half
total, I
is-
know.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Right. Okay.
Where's that other blue one that gets tossed? Right here. So these are yours.
Max, you hush your business. Okay. So it's.
And as a bonus action,
Max.
Huh?
Close out of the door.
Bruce.
I hate being so much.
Really?
As a bonus action, I'm gonna use a spiritual weapon.
They're dead. Jesus. How much damage did you do?
You want me
Not
to
a
range?
lot. Only 20 to half of them, and 10 to the other half. So not that much actually. I rolled really low on both of them. A lot of like 1s and 2s.
Okay.
All right. So spiritual weapon. Next to this green guy, and it's gonna attack him and take the form of a scythe.
There's a spiritual weapon.
Okay. Wait, that's too
I
strong.
think it's like 1d6.
Give me that base level spiritual weapon.
D8.
Yeah.
What's
2d8 plus 5. Yeah. But I need to roll the hit first.
Good luck.
Yeah. 3 plus 10. 13.
Nope.
That doesn't hit. And we don't have advantage on these guys?
No.
No. Okay, that was it.
Okay. So it's the top of the round.
Yep.
Well, the first two guys are dead.
Buddy.
Anthony.
Any of them stopped moving.
Yeah, the pile has stopped moving a whole lot more. Probably about as half as much as it was before. They have stopped fornicating as viciously.
Did that fire or divine have any?
No additional effect.
And I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay. Courtney?
Which two are dead?
We don't know.
It's hard to tell.
It's hard to
They're
tell.
still in a pile.
And they're still
You can
fucking and eating.
You can attack the things on the other side of the pile that we didn't attack yet.
Back to the pile.
Back to the gay pile.
I can get as close as the other side of that blue dice.
Is that where you want to go?
Yeah.
This side of blue dice or the other side of the blue
That
dice?
side. Yeah. Cool.
Is that accurate? That was like almost 70 feet.
No. 5, 10,
Where you
30,
go?
35. 40 is where the dice is. Unless the map is really fucked up on this side. So I was here.
40, okay, 40, yeah. Well, but if you were making your way around the dice, well, she could go through the
Yeah,
dice.
she can go through the dice.
So it's 45.
Yeah, but I think she's only got 40 movement, so
Right.
she might do
be on the
35
other side.
movement.
That's fine. I could-
Hit black.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, Black A might be alive.
It's loading. I'm sorry.
Loading. Loading. Loading.
Oh, okay. Cool. We're back.
Loaded.
All right.
Refreshing.
I'm gonna use my battle axe.
Get it, Bruce. Get it.
That's a 28.
Okay.
And fuck. I don't have a D8. God damn it. Sorry.
Unprepared.
Well, I thought I grabbed my D8, but apparently I did not.
Oh, do you need one?
There it is. I got it. All right. That is. Stop listening. Damn it. All right, so that's 6 plus 5. It's 11. Second attack. That is 24. I assume a 24 hits it.
Yes.
That is an 8 plus 5. So 13.
11 and a 13?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Woot.
Okay. Doesn't stop writhing. It's still feasting.
It's still erect.
It's still fully erect.
That's
Welcome.
how we tell if they're dead, if they go limp.
The blood has stopped pumping.
Mm-hmm.
I shake my misty head. Such a shame. These creatures are just enjoying and reveling in their pleasure and just slaughtering them. Of course, all you're hearing is.
When people started fighting, so
Yeah.
Plus, they're where we need to be. We're coming down
they
there.
might have just let us pass, and they
But there was no doors or anything.
They clearly weren't concerned with us.
So it
we just started killing.
the white one separates
They were
itself.
eating bodies too. That's morally wrong.
Separates itself from the
Someone's
pile
gotta eat.
They were eating
and
dead
reaches
things,
out
too.
to Anthony.
Where is she supposed to-
Huh?
Does it see me?
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
still
coming out.
coming.
You're still stealthed.
Have an attack.
What you doing, baby?
Playing on Facebook.
Goodness.
Yeah, I know I'm terrible.
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 Let's see. What'd you roll for stealth?
I rolled a 39.
Okay.
Or a 31, not a 30.
No, they didn't. They didn't see you. No. So he turns in your direction, as if sniffing the air, and slides past his other partner here. Sees a Morgan.
Does it react at all?
Does it react to what?
Him going over, or is it just like
No, it just
Is he
walks
stepping
right-
on a dead body?
It
with the
walks
Yeah.
right over the other one. The other one is one that has stopped moving,
excellent?
Grabs you behind both ears and starts.
thrusting at the halfling's face. You see the back of the halfling's head like bulging out.
Oh my god!
All right.
Using penetrating strike.
That's how they work, Dave?
All right. It swipes at you with its claws. That's a 21 to hit.
So mushroom stamped.
Fuck up, Cody.
That's it. This is now called mushroom stamp.
Who's it hitting? Oh, it's hitting you.
Just as it says, I'll edit the title later.
Daddy does.
10 damage from a bite, or from claws. And that's a 23 to hit. I imagine that hits too.
So hits
Second thrust.
And 5 more damage.
Cody.
So 10 and 5.
What is my reaction? That is not.
And now that they have attacked someone, I use my raid action to shake it.
Okay.
Oh,
Tempt.
no, that's what.
That hits.
No sneak attack.
Technically it would because you have an adjacent ally on it. So.
And I am not the dead.
No crit.
Oh, you wouldn't have advantage on the attack, but you would get sneak attack because there's an ally adjacent to it. God
Nice.
damn.
21?
21.
It's dead.
Close enough.
Ooh.
Close enough.
25 total.
You kilted it.
Just
You
hear a
killed
bunch
it
of
and dead.
squishing.
Didn't see me and it died for me.
That's right.
That's right. It sniffed.
So which
for
one
you.
was
You
that?
cannot find it. The
Blue,
white one.
White. I want to say blue.
Okay. Derek.
Oh, no,
He's
it's
dead.
not
He's
rush
dead
me.
one too.
He's dead?
Yeah, those are the two you're aware of are dead.
I'm gonna aim at the one on the right.
The blue or the black? Blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's just living it up, dog. You bark at everyone when they get here, and you just get all them pets.
Max is
18.
That hits.
full screen this.
I'm just gonna shoot twice instead.
Okay.
Save a little ammo. And another 18.
Okay.
First shot is gonna be 18 points of damage.
Okay.
Second shot's 27 points of damage.
Okay. So they strike the body.
I'm gonna save that third shot for later action.
Okay. So they strike the body, and it doesn't seem to react to those shots.
He may be dead.
Okay. Peter.
I am going to move to the green guy, and I'm gonna give him a fistful ass whipping. Was that 9? Was that 6? No, it's 9. No, it's 6. I'm retarded. I don't know. I'll say it's a 6. 16.
Okay, that hits.
And second attack, 16.
That hits.
Oh, the penis.
You're hitting it with your staff.
Yeah, he is alright. He had to return it in favor.
So it's 18 with the staff, and I'm
Stop
going to burn that
calling
on a
me.
key point.
This is
He's up.
great. This is grave daddy.
Wow.
It's a 9.
17
That hits.
and
6.
I don't know what's going on with this dice. 14?
That doesn't hit.
Okay, so I only got one. God. Been out the game too long.
Yeah.
It's 5.
Bet you next time you bring your own dice. So 5.
5.
What was the first hit?
That was it.
That was
Or-
just 5?
Oh, you're talking about from the bow staff?
Yeah. I didn't see the damage for the bow staff, so.
13. It's 18.
So 18 and 5?
Yeah.
Okay. You whack the body a couple of good times. Doesn't appear to be moving.
All that damage.
Yeah, good job.
It was just a bunch of squishing.
I imagine him beating like a dead animal. Just-
Oh, no.
It's like a squirrel. He's like smashing its head and the eyeballs are popping out and he's just like, yeah. Wasn't sure if it was dead or not.
Maybe I should have inspected the body instead of beat it viciously.
Wait, you beat it viciously?
Oh yeah, he beat it
The
off
only way to beat
with
it.
the staff. So this charges out towards you, hops over its nest there. That definitely doesn't hit. That probably doesn't hit. A 17 doesn't hit, right, Derek?
70, no.
Okay.
It's like
So both of its attacks miss. It jumps at you and kind of bounces off of your shield, rebounds back on top of its own nest.
Well, that answers that question.
All right. This one uncouples from the other one, turns towards our barbarian. Nope. And definitely not. Yeah.
Does it count as an action to swap weapons?
No, I mean, we've never counted that in any of our campaigns to swap weapons.
Okay, in that case, I'm dropping the crossbow and then whacking them with the sword.
I would say if you had it in like a bag of holding, sure, then it's more because you have to open the bag of holding, pull the weapon out, then it's different. But if you're holding onto a crossbow, I imagine you probably got some kind of sling on it, so that you just like drop it and like grab your weapon. Yeah.
I'm going to use my saved action to attack with the sword. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit. Okay.
You son of a bitch.
Kirk.
Quick turn. Quick turn.
Oh.
Alright,
I
so,
was like, what the fuck am I looking
so these
at?
3 are dead for sure.
Yeah, I noticed that now. I was looking at
First
the
thing, I'm
notes,
just
like,
going to
why
move
does it got a
my
picture of dirt?
spiritual weapon over and try with that first
Nice.
before I do anything else.
Is it? Oh. That's hard to tell.
25.
That hits.
Alright. That was
What?
2d8.
You're looking at his dick, Peter.
Looking in his dick?
At.
Oh, I mean,
It
a
works
dick's
so that
dick,
you get
man.
more dice on the string.
No, 1d8. What did I think it was?
I definitely didn't see the phone when you leaned over, and it just looked like you were like staring into his crotch.
Dick's dick. Seen one dick, seen all the dicks.
Actually, it's not true.
Okay. So 11 damage on him.
What was it? Sorry.
11
Dude, I
damage
love
on
to see you
black.
argue this with it on camera.
Okay.
Does the scythe cleave him in twain?
Dick's
It
dick.
does not cleave him in twain, but it
Look at
does
my
fall
dick.
limp to the
Pretty
ground.
sure it looks like Cody's dick.
This guy's-
Dick's dick.
Mhm.
Long, fleshy, little baby.
Yeah.
Dick's dick.
Oh, and there's one there. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna.
Nothing cute about a dick. Nothing
I don't know.
Nothing cute about a dick.
cute about a dick, man. Dick's a dick.
Alright, I'm gonna sacred flame that guy.
What's
who's
this
attacking
bump over
Gojo.
here? Alright, I can't do this. Your dick look like a nutty bar. You don't remember that Eddie Murphy? Not Eddie Murphy. Who's that? Martin Lawrence. He's like, women, yo, grab his dick and look at it. And look all over it. And I swear he was drunk when he was doing it. Had to be.
Probably.
Probably. And he was just like, so what's this bump? Mm-hmm. And what about this red spot over here? Mm-hmm. I can't do this. Your dick look like a nutty bar.
I'm good.
Grab a hold of that penis. And take a look at it. All over.
Alright, it needs to make a dex saving throw.
Okay. A 21.
Fuck. Yep. Is that it? Okay. Doesn't take any damage, I guess. Sacred flame.
Somebody's vibrator's going off.
I canceled it. It just took its time to catch up.
What?
Oh, there was a Skype call. That was
Oh, okay.
So the Skype call's got a delay
That's
of hanging
a,
up on
mine.
people.
Okay. That was me.
Okay. So top of the round, Anthony. Anthony.
So we got blue and we got
Now
gold.
that I know this one's alive, I'm gonna stab this one.
In the butthole.
19.
That hits.
Quick math outright.
Nice.
Yes,
Ow.
yes.
Nice. 18.
26.
26.
You're not
Which
adding
one's that
X
one?
mod.
So I'm not.
Yeah.
That's a 30 with the X mod.
Because he's forgotten.
Okay.
She okay? Right there.
You stab, 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 you stab, stab, stab.
Oh,
But he doesn't slump over dead.
And she had it bad after she had her first baby.
Cody? Courtney? Courtney.
Coin.
Courtney.
Quite funny.
Okay. You know that I actually have the secret thing. Oh, there's actually still one in front of me, or is he knocked over?
He's not.
No,
covered.
he's done.
They
The
all
blue
marked
one's
it?
still standing.
There, the blue one that's in front of the one you.
Oh,
Right.
put me by that one.
Okay.
Although he didn't react when I shot him with a crossbow, so.
We're gonna find out. I got 2 attacks. That is a natural 20.
Mhm.
And 28.
Well, if it wasn't dead, it's dead now.
Hell
Yeah.
Those hit.
So that's 8 to start.
Three
Plus
Nine,
your roll
10,
strength
12,
modifier.
13.
Yeah. So 13 plus whatever you roll.
13, 14, 15, 16, 18,
Plus your
19,
strength.
20, 21, 22, 23. That's it.
Yeah, 23 on the first hit.
And
Okay.
Ah, gross. Bruce, I don't know what you just got on the back of my leg, but it
5,
was moist.
6, 7, 8, 10.
10. Cool. You
33.
and you're using your axe?
Yeah.
Okay, so you chop at it a bunch of times. It seems to be not reacting to being chopped up.
It's hella dead.
Welkin?
Just shaking his
Shaking
head.
his head.
Shaking his ghastly head.
Okay. Derek?
Well, it's not dead yet, so I'm going to attack
Okay,
it.
baby. I'm cooking it. She-
Oh, Delibird's got a shiny now.
Oh, that's
What?
Not
It looks
that
like a Photoshop deli bird.
Let me see.
It's purple.
Oh, he's purple.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
no,
There's a 16
Huh?
hit.
I want to see it.
They just added the shiny form.
Yeah, Delibird was there last year.
No, Peter,
16?
you're not
That hits.
included.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. Why? I want to be included.
No, you abandoned us for far too long to be included.
End of that.
I just do things. What?
Oh, God.
So,
Oh, my God.
Listen to that.
Get him, Bruce.
Bruce,
Give
get
him
the fuck out.
kisses.
He said you've been gone.
Give
I
him
need my
kisses.
black lovin'.
No!
I need some
No,
brown
not the
sugar.
I think it's
Get
too
Bruce.
hard.
Rub his penis all over your leg.
No!
He said, I heard what was going on in this game. I want a piece of that. I'm role playing. I'm role playing.
And 35 on the crit.
Okay.
Look, you want to see what I've been doing?
So it after you whack it with those couple of blows, it kind of slumps over into its nest.
Plus
Oh,
what
that was
was
dead.
done last time.
Yep. So as you attack that, okay. So all the creatures in the room are dead.
I'm actually very close to being level 11.
Jesus, you're 2 levels behind?
Would be a shame if die.
We have a cleric, right?
Yeah, I bring back.
Alright. We're good.
I'm actually better at just at bringing people back than just keeping them alive.
He's gotten better at bringing them back.
Yeah.
The first
Wait,
10,
no, 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 no,
first
no, no,
10
no.
times didn't work so well.
What do you mean gotten better?
Well, he was
It's not-
terrible.
That's not a statement that you want to hear about the cleric.
Well, he got better.
Now Kojo looks up. Welcome, you can come down now. Find the exit for us.
I'm going to say a small prayer for these creatures.
So the room is littered with half-eaten corpses, presumably stolen from the crypt above. And as combat comes to a close, as that last creature dies, there's a subtle shift in the atmosphere in this room. It almost feels as though you've become heavy. Even Welkin feels his mist molecules becoming heavy.
It's called guilt.
Well, so the fire appears to be pulling away from you, downward.
Are we going with it?
So you hover in the air and feel heavy, but as you look up, you see that the ceiling is starting to pull away from you too. As if you're not falling, but the room is falling up away from you.
Must be the Linkin Park video.
We're tripping balls. There was some ecstasy in those corpses.
I very specifically put a clause in here that says, more attempt to fly. But you will see it's not him that is falling, but the room is falling upwards away from the players.
You murdered him. Attempt to fly.
I actually had a thing written for that little thing. It was, where is it? What did I write here?
Talk about
Welkin will no doubt try to open the pattern for everyone. This will work for a while before the Earth becomes unnaturally resistant to his magics.
Yep. Vulcan did.
Why? Why is
Vulcan
that?
can fit, so why would he open it anymore?
We both have incredibly broken things.
That's fair. That's
Fair.
And I gave you the broken
Yeah,
thing. I
but
gave him
say-
the broken thing.
Look, I couldn't fly without you. Oh, Bruce.
Get it,
Yeah, he hasn't been forever. Tell him. Okay?
Peter. I don't want to throw it, but
So,
that's okay.
what the hell is that?
That's why I've been gone.
Oh, this is why you've been gone. You've been gone.
It's the things you
I like to read the last page, see if the book's interesting or not.
Yeah, that class was like $3,000.
Jesus.
Maybe. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's still
Installing
in there.
Windows updates?
Yeah, I don't know why that's in there. That's such a weird
so
thing.
ridiculous. Just hit the install button, let it do its thing.
Nah,
Plan-
that's
there's a whole
him.
section on planning software.
Yeah, that's such a weird thing in there. It's not related to routers and switches. Just here's the thing: how to update
Maintenance,
Windows.
Module C, maintenance and upgrades. That's hilarious. Assessment, network installation, external mounting enclosures.
Whatever you said, she said.
I can subnet like a boss now. So
Try me again.
Did they force you to learn IPv6 yet?
no, no, God no.
He's definitely licking your back right now.
We learned. Stop, Bruce. That
Get it,
feels
Bruce.
weird.
Get
He's like, I'm only licking your butt.
really good.
God.
Click that ass, Bruce. Get in that ass. Eat the booty like fucking groceries, Bruce.
Makes me so incredibly uncomfortable.
Until you try it.
No, fuck no, no,
Just let him do it one time.
no. Doodle come out of there. No one should be licking assholes. There's no poop comes out of
He
there.
licks his brother's dick, dude. He's fine with a little bit.
Look, man. Look, okay, that's pee-pee. Okay, nothing wrong with a little bit of pee-pee. You know what I'm saying? That's doo-doo.
Here's the blowjob, making sure that stays in the table, you know?
Yeah.
Look. Everybody in this room has had a face full of okay?
I
That's
beg
fine.
to differ. I've had puss and face connected, but not my mouth on someone else's
Same
vagina.
thing. It's like, I don't know. I have no idea where I was going with
No.
that.
I've had like dick and balls in my face, but I've never had pussy in my face.
I haven't had that one.
Are you going outside or what?
Yeah, I am.
He's like, no, I take balls in my face, as I recall.
Not that I recall.
We started watching this show called No Activity, and it's got old dude, fuck, what's his name? Can't remember what his name is, but this whole sequence where he ends up like, he goes deep sea fishing with this dude that's like batshit crazy, and he's just like, so how was it? He's like, hey, it was good. He's like, we went out there, we caught some fish. He's like, that's it? He's like, you went deep sea fishing with somebody, it was just good, there was no, he's like, yeah, he's like, we had one of those big, those things, the long spine, like a sword on its face. He's like, a swordfish? He's like, yeah. And he's like, and that's not worth mentioning? And he's like, no, it was just normal. He's like, so what about after that? And he's like, well, after that we went back to his place. Yeah, and he's like, I don't remember too much after that. And he's like, what do you mean you don't remember too much after that? He's like, yeah, I just don't recall. And he's just like, well, I mean, did y'all just go in a house smelling like fish? And he's like, no, I think he went and took a shower. He's like, okay, what about you? He's like, yeah, he came out and asked me to join him. And he's like, and did you? And he's like, yeah, I don't recall. He's like, I don't remember. And then he's just like, I'm pretty sure that's something you would remember. Did you join a man in the shower or not? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, I don't recall. It was so good. Like, man, that show is fucking hilarious. It's like super dry humor. And it's just two cops sitting there on stakeout with nothing to do. And it's so fucking
Oh, I
funny.
think you talked
That's
about
where I got
that
the
before.
octopus joke from.
Yeah.
Yeah. You told me that.
Look, sometimes you just gotta take a shower with another grown man.
And that's what he said too. Because his buddy was just like, okay, nothing weird about that.
Okay.
Sometimes you just gotta take a shower with another grown man.
There you go.
And he's just like, were you like, did you keep anything on? No. No.
It just gotta be like back to back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Look, we gotta turn and sync.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Pass the soap, bro.
Pass the motherfucking soap.
Don't you fucking drop
Okay.
it.
Bro,
Go.
press
Yeah,
it.
go smoke.
I
Go
dropped
smoke.
it too.
Ah, so cool.
I need to go stand outside, man. It's hot right here.
It's hot in here.
Well, I turned the AC or the heater on.
Don't see that. Why would you turn the heater on?
So that was too easy. Anyone else think that?
Yeah, I feel like there's more.
Yeah. I didn't want to blow any big spell. I still blew kind of a big spell.
Yeah, I was gonna say what, a 4th or 5th level?
Yeah, I blew the Sacred Flame. Or
I
whatever.
didn't rage because I felt like it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Can't you do that like all the time anyway though?
Like 4
Rage?
times a day?
You get like 4 or 5. You get 5. But I did use my breath weapon attack, so I need to take a short rest.
Well, right now we're in the transdimensional room getting larger.
I'm sorry, what's getting larger?
The floor is falling away from us and the roof is falling above us. Upwards.
Okay. Oh. What? What?
Oh. She's talking about her mother-in-law now.
God, is she trying to dictate? Anybody ever tries to tell me how to raise my children, they get in their ass beat. I'm sorry. Max! Where you going?
She's like, these people outside.
What are they doing? They smoking weed? No, see, they smoke cigarettes. Which is worse.
And he's like, oh, never mind, someone looks like they're making food.
Hungry? Food? Yes?
Whoosh. They're gonna come back inside. You don't have to worry, Bruce.
Really?
Should turn Smash back on.
Right? So I was like,
Okay. If he's gonna go smoke a cancer stick, I just rotate the camera or the TV and play Smash. Intuitions.
She must be venting hardcore.
Max, I can hear you panting on the microphone.
Yeah, you should.
I don't even have her on. I have her on Facebook, but I don't have her on. Snapchat or anything like that.
That's a weird fucking sound.
You're talking about the ringing?
No, I tapped the mic stand.
Oh, on the yeah. You don't have to play it. We're not doing anything. Gotta make sure to.
Come on, Moose. Still don't catch. There's the boy.
Put my foot to sleep, honey.
Bruce.
I'm trying to hear Bruce on camera.
Yeah.
Let me see your bed. What is this?
That's that big hole or that giant fucking thing that I had on my leg before. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I was pushing some of those in earlier.
Okay, let me take the Bruce's with me. Should have got two drinks.
You made the decision. I didn't.
Technically, she did.
Yeah. We've been doing this for
Almost 2.5.
almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
What about 2 hours?
Your mom's 2 hours.
How long did the stream go?
Oh, okay. It probably won't be going on very much longer. Oh, Destin, you got some food there?
I do.
Dude, are you sharing? What you got?
Some food.
What is it?
Anus.
You don't
The
share,
delicious
I know what it
anus. The most delicious of anus.
Chicken shawarma and chicken gyro.
Hey, that's what I had
You
today.
got that from Athena?
Yeah.
The one right there on the two-way?
Yeah, I like that.
No, I got it by the one by Ambassador.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I got my. That's what I did. That's why I was late getting home because I went to Zorba's where I came home. I was just like, I haven't had Zorba's in a little while. Plus, I didn't eat my lunch today. I just kept on working. I had to make up all my hours from Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I kept coming in early and leaving a little later. We went go figure out the gender on Tuesday,
Oh, okay.
When do we need to know what it is?
Sunday. Speaking of which, I was talking to Destin. Destin works on Sunday from like 10 to 2, he said. Are y'all busy Sunday afternoon?
Nope.
You want to play some more TMNT?
Well,
I can actually take some time to teach her.
I might be playing D&D on Sunday too.
Okay. Well, we can try Saturday afternoon.
Saturday I work and we're supposed to pack after.
I work. I wasn't supposed to, but I have to
Pack.
cover a shift.
Oh,
movie?
pack.
Yeah.
Like packing.
Well, I thought y'all's lease wasn't up till after the first of the year.
No.
No.
The lease is up.
We have to be out before.
Yeah.
Oh,
We gotta
okay.
be out for the first.
So
But I mean, we're gonna start moving over there on the 20,
5th, 26th, 27th.
something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
So I mean, not anything that's too much of a rush. Just make sure we can get everything over there.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So let's see.
We'll see. Just put it in the group chat. We'll figure it out.
All right. So, like I said, the room is kind of falling up away from you, and the floor just kind of seems to be stretching further away from you.
How about the walls?
The walls are going with the room up. So the floor is just kind of stretching downward
So we're
away
falling,
from you,
the
and
floor's
the
just
walls are
falling.
going up.
Got it.
Right. Well, the room is falling up. Yes. So, as your vision fades a little bit, it gets really dark for a moment, and then you find yourselves in a room that appears to go on in every direction without end. There's you guys are standing on a raised platform that's kind of floating in this area, and it's in a circular pattern. The platform is only about 5 feet wide, and it's rounded, so it's almost like a donut that you're standing on.
So each of us have our own
No,
platform.
no, it's one big circular.
So we've got like 6 people standing on a 5-foot circle.
No, it's 5 feet wide. It's a donut, right?
Ah.
There's a hole in the middle, and it goes all the way around, but it's only 5
Yeah.
foot wide all the way around. Where the hell? I just had a paper towel, now apparently I lost it. Oh, here it is.
I'm sorry, Derek. We gotta experience this too.
Rick.
Was that you when you were skinnier?
No. I don't know what's
Is that
happening.
the one where you have your ass out?
Yeah.
Why's it gotta be me?
Because we knew about it.
Let me see.
Oh, he's on the wall. Who's that? I don't know.
That's Peter.
No. No.
Dude, you got some dance moves, man.
Peter's shaking his Peter.
Don't make that face. Put it back to me. I want you to finish it. Oh,
Getting that wolf work.
You're welcome. You're welcome, you
no, no.
little bitch.
Shaking them cakes though. Oh, he's flexing the cakes too. All right, we're done. We're done here.
That's where you drew the line.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that the booty flex?
We're done. We're
Not
done.
at him shaking that junk, getting that little helicopter on it.
But what I
Getting that
find
fart.
funny is you didn't see anything on the front.
Why do you find that funny?
Cause where's his pee-pee?
Yeah.
What's up, Assassin?
You know the dangly bit.
I mean, that's not
one-
like I got much
One of the
on
people
me.
always stops and
Deal
says
with
hi
that.
and disappears.
It's not about the size. It's the ocean of the ocean.
I mean, I do all the work. What you
You ain't got. Look, you don't have to hit the back of the walls. You just gotta touch it.
No shit. I have spells that can't heal you.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Okay.
I knew what I was getting myself into.
Okay. I was just looking at that, and
I
it's
had
like,
to replace limbs.
this has no effect on undead and stuff. And I was like, oh, well.
It's unfortunate.
That's okay, he's a rogue. He's not supposed to,
Kind
he's
enough
not
to
supposed
not
to
take
take
a
all that
limb
damage
yet.
anyway.
Wow. It's true. The phone's trying to focus in on that, and it just can't do it.
It's too far.
No, it clears up and gets
Is it a big
blurry.
beef?
Clears up, gets blurry. Clears up, gets blurry.
We'll turn off autofocus.
Alright, so we're in this big donut, and what's in the middle here?
It's like trying. So, you find yourselves in a room that appears to go on in every direction without end. You're standing on a raised platform that's floating in this space. It's only about 5 feet wide, but it's circular, almost like you're standing on a large donut. In the center, there's a tiny hole, no larger than the size of a grapefruit. And it appears to be a hole from all angles. From every angle you're standing, you're peering into this like hole, maybe this big. And on the other side of it, there appears to be empty space. Like a empty space, like night sky. You see stars.
Like, it's down on the floor?
No, it's floating in the middle.
It's an annihilation sphere.
Okay.
I don't
So from every angle, it's a hole of an empty space. We can't see another person on the
No,
other
no,
side
you
of
can't.
it.
You can see into it. It looks like a doorway, almost to space.
Beyond.
Can I do an arcana check to see if I recognize this object?
You
Thing from
can
my
try
past life?
for sure.
That's a 60.
Why are there bubbles? What is happening?
Bubbles.
What are you doing?
I'm just fucking with
What
filters.
are you doing?
I'm tripping.
Go ahead and hit that arcana check myself.
So
60.
a 16.
24.
Ah!
Beyond this hole,
What is happening?
16, 24. Beyond this
Hard with the
hole
bubble,
is.
Oh, it actually let me.
That's cool.
Did you roll?
15.
17. He touches you should go ahead and try to touch it.
So just shoot an arrow through it. He stayed on that 18 too. It's like boink.
It's 4.
Well, I have. Oh wait, if it's a wisdom save, I'm trained in it, but I have a -1 to it, so it's a total of +4. So 7 +4, 11. Now, why would I do that? I just asked you to touch it.
Well, I'm not touching it.
Kojo, shoot an arrow at it.
I'm gonna
Nanny.
hit it. I'm gonna open my decanter and water at it. Notice I moved, so I didn't hit anyone.
He's
Okay.
gonna have a bag of holding.
So you open your decanter of endless water at it, and it funnels into the hole as if it's being pulled into the hole, and just goes into wherever it's done. You what?
I jumped into it.
So as you jump around the sphere, around the donut.
And he ends up on the other side.
Right. So gravity pulls towards the donut. So you're like not around the donut.
Oh.
It jumps around the donut. So gravity pulls towards the donut.
Oh.
Towards the ring of donut. So as he like jumps forward to it, he goes.
Oh, okay.
Make it a circle around the donut.
Can I walk onto the bottom of the donut?
Indeed, you can.
What do I see?
See the bottom of the donut. And everybody's standing on the other side of it.
Okay. So I'm on the upside down of the donut. Is there a sphere on this side of it as well?
No, that sphere's up there.
Okay, we're gonna Super Mario just like this shit. I'm gonna use the donut and hit shake, run around, and jump towards the sphere.
Okay, so you run around it, you jump, and you don't go any further than you did the last time. You just continue to go around the sphere. And then back.
Why did you
Oh,
work
okay.
Oh, I don't actually make enough distance to reach the.
No. You jump your normal jump distance, but it's not far enough to jump towards that hole.
With the gravity of this thing.
Yes.
Anyone have a rope?
We should all have. What is it, like 50 feet?
Yeah, just about everybody carries. Yeah.
I wonder if you shoot an arrow with rope tied on it.
If it'll come back and stick you on your own ass.
Well, the water went into it.
Fire arrow.
Yeah.
Ah! I got something! I got something!
But something's got me too. But something's got me too. Ow.
Jack, well, I see.
Is I wish I could lie to the fucking gyroscope in this damn thing.
No, it's back on the table. You're fine. A little bit more to your left. Oh, too high. What you want? You want to come and hold me?
Excuse me.
Come on, Bruce.
Okay.
I need an ankle for me.
Tried jumping at it. The endless water reached it. I'm on the other side of the thing, of the donut.
How much do you weigh?
240.
Good. Plus equipment, right? I'm gonna walk over, hand you one of the rope.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk back to the other side.
Whoa.
I'm gonna drag myself across.
Drag yourself across.
Across the top.
Oh, I'm right next to you. So you want me to be? You want me to go?
I'm giving you the rope. I'm
Uh-huh.
walking over here.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
pull myself over.
Himself over.
Okay.
Okay, so as you start to shimmy up this pole, that grapefruit size hole, the grapefruit size hole appears to get smaller as you get closer to it. From your perception, it's still as you like put your hand towards it, it's smaller than it is
Huh.
It
actually.
doesn't want us to say.
That's neat.
What does it want from us? We should all stand at the bottom of the donut.
Which one of us is the best shot?
That's you.
You. You've been nailing stuff with crossbow forever.
I'm near the
So
party.
even as you climb up the rope to exactly where the hole is, to you it appears
Size of a
the
grape.
size of a grapefruit at a distance. And as you put your hand towards it, it's still the size of a grapefruit at a distance. Like it gets smaller as you reach towards
It's
it.
almost like it's going away.
Right,
It's
right.
staying.
As though it's staying at that same distance away from
Right.
you, even though you're right next to it.
And what if we try to do that from each a separate side?
appears the same way to both of you.
So what happens when our hands touch and it's in between both of our hands?
Then we have a
there's
magical
there's a
spark.
donut beyond both of you.
Oh.
Like for the other person, it appears to be
It appears that it's going away.
right.
Okay, got it.
It still appears on the other person that far away.
Does anyone have like a tarp? What if they just like threw a sheet or something over it? Gross.
Okay.
Well, technically, you always have a pseudo tarp if you have a tent pack with you. It's canvas.
You're a canvas.
You're a canvas. You're a cow.
Put stuff all over that. I don't think my hand
The fuck is that?
Chris!
That is not the lyrics that are on the screen.
Would they fuck up the lyrics?
Is it misheard lyrics?
I want to nut
Hey.
you on.
Okay.
I want to nut up on your face.
Max, that's enough. I don't know why you're barking. Ain't nobody's here.
Alright, sharing that. Share
So
that.
much for respect.
I'm gonna share that to my wife. But
I
apparently,
have a magical floating stone. I don't remember why I have a magical floating stone.
wanting to nut on your girl's face is disrespectful.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember where that
Just
floating
you
stone
want you
came
to do
from.
it. How it works.
Thinking about throwing the floating stone at the donut. Or at the,
Well, the water went through it.
but because it floats, I don't want to lose it.
Tie a string to
But
it.
it's a sphere. It's just gonna roll off.
So Kirk and I forget your guys' name now.
He doesn't-
Skelly
he hasn't
man,
told
I
us.
know that.
Skelly
I
man.
not told
Okay,
anyone my name.
so Scallyman, both of you roll a perception check. Those are terrible perception checks.
21.
Okay.
That's a 20.
Okay, those are still terrible perception checks. But you do see on the other side of this grapefruit-sized hole, there's a shadow that moved very quickly across it.
Okay. Ooh. Throw rope into the hole.
Is it
Yeah.
tape?
I want to throw rope into the hole.
Attached to your nut?
Throw like a
What's that?
spool of rope.
Okay.
Oh, Billy. Oh.
What are you doing? It's killing me.
It's a bag.
Pretty sure that wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, it holds all.
I was
Warning.
supposed to have all the
Holds
extra
all the
parts.
stuff you used to.
Oh God! Failure to follow all warnings and instructions can result in serious injury. Do not remove this pocket or discard the instructions inside. No, I've been seriously injured. Read all instructions fully before assembly or use of chair. If chair is not operating properly or parts are loose, missing, or broken, stop use of the chair immediately.
That's a lie. That's those are only suggestions.
Most warnings are. They're not a legally binding contract.
So I threw
So you
rope
threw rope through it.
into it. Yeah.
Okay.
Does it have like a tug?
It doesn't have any pull to it. It's almost as if you threw it through a window. And it's just kind of sitting on the other side.
Okay. I'll just hold on to it.
Just fishing.
Yeah. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for that thing to pull on it.
And then it pulls you, bro.
That's-
Bye.
Yeah, that could be the plan.
So if you die, who
I'll scooch around to everyone else. I'll just like scooch to everyone else.
Give me back to
That way, if it grabs on, maybe we could all hold on to it, or everyone can jump.
Are we
Okay.
supposed to go into the hole? Do we
That's
know?
the only way to go.
I don't know. Okay.
We saw something in there though.
So, yeah, some kind of shadow. I don't know if you relayed that information to the rest of the party.
Yeah, I tell him. I saw something in there. I'm gonna throw a rope.
So we should follow.
We can't. Well, we can't get inside of it.
So you're gonna let us.
So it's 10 feet away.
Roughly, yeah.
How tall are you?
7 feet tall.
It's gonna hold
I
him by
stand
the
on
feet.
his shoulders. And I say, lean me closer.
Okay. I mean, same effect as
Same thing.
before.
Yeah,
You
you-
lean close to it and it
Does the
appears
rope
further
continue
away
to go
than it is.
with it?
The rope is just as the rope is. Yeah, it appears as the. This is a really weird perception thing because like it appears to be going further away from you, even though technically you're still as close as you were to the rope. because the rope is going into
So
it.
eventually, it'll be smaller than the rope is. The rope just stops.
Well, no, the rope continues to. The rope appears to be smaller as it goes towards the hole, and then once it goes in the hole, it's it's obviously like that big on that.
Oh, while everyone else is figuring it out, Kojo's going to take this time to reload the drum with the crossbow.
Okay. So
I'm gonna punch it.
Can we take a rest?
punch what?
Whatever that is.
You can try to punch the hole.
Well, they've
Yeah,
already
we can't-
tried
we
to get
can't.
close to it. They can't get
They
close
can't-
to it.
They can't get close enough to it to touch it.
Tried to punch
Okay. So you punch air in the direction of the hole.
it. Oh, I can't fly.
Nope.
Gay.
Can we take a rest?
I don't see why you couldn't.
You guys want to rest? And
Yeah,
all
let's
the
take a
spells and
long
stuff back?
rest.
Let's rest.
We're just okay.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Y'all good with a long rest, short rest, or you don't want to?
Long rest.
Long rest. I'm down.
There's a mysterious thing inside this fucking orb.
And we
It's
want to be
fine, let's
prepared.
just
looks
Yeah,
like
we're
we're
not
prepared.
prepared.
We
Is
gotta
anybody
eventually
gonna-
fight this.
Is anybody gonna take a watch?
No, I'm gonna take watch.
Kojo's
I'm not
confused. He's
resting.
like,
I'm resting.
I rested too. Fuck
No,
it.
fuck it though.
Get my spells back.
Slept for 8 hours. Who's holding onto the rope?
I'm passing to whoever's holding watch.
I will.
Okay,
Alright.
so you hold onto the rope, and as time passes, you feel like something brushes against it, but nothing pulls on it.
Maybe we.
Anyone got some
Need
meat?
meat.
Anyone got some meat?
Look down at myself. No.
Well, things like to chew on bones, don't they? Just kidding, friend.
I suppose I could remove an arm. Make it difficult.
That would
to climb.
handicap you. We don't want to do that. We
I
need
mean,
to
Not
you
see
really.
almost have before the
We
next
could just
anyways.
break you down and put you in a backpack.
Why haven't we been doing that?
That's
All
a
his
good
bones
question.
just like
C-3PO.
yeah, exactly. He's just like bouncing on someone's back.
Because I can't be a simple.
This is humiliating.
Let's try it. Who's now resting?
I'm resting.
I mean, we've taken the rest, right?
You. I'm gonna turn into a pile of bones. Stuff me in my backpack. Throw me.
It sounds. Wait.
Are you sure
Do
you
you
want
want
me to do that?
Wait, do
Because
you
then I
want
can
to tie
throw you on
yourself?
the other side of
Do you
I
want to
can
tie
make it
yourself to
through,
the
I can
end
pull
of
you
the
guys
rope?
with the rope. I can tie it to something.
Tie it to you.
Can you though?
Wrap it around you.
I don't weigh anything. I am bones.
Yeah, but wrap it around you in the
You
bag.
are still masked, motherfucker. You got weight.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how much you like this character.
Kojo says, are you sure you want me to do that?
Do you see any other way off this thing?
Well, we've tried going through it. I don't think it
I
allows
feel
like
like we're
organic
not
matter.
thinking enough, or we're thinking too
Of
hard.
course
about
not. This is the river all over again.
No, the river was a river.
Yeah, you put a
Yeah, the
puzzle
puzzle
in
is
front of the
pretty
party, we're just
straightforward.
dumbfounded.
it. You
All
just
right.
like.
So
it's
we wake
the-
up.
As
Oh, the two of you
Kojo
that
is about to
slept.
throw the bag
Huh?
across.
The two of you that slept.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything on the rope?
Did you throw me?
I'm about to throw him.
You're about to
You
I
wake
don't-
you
I
wake
don't
up
think-
with me throwing them.
I don't. Okay. I don't think it's a good idea.
He
You're
wakes
like,
up.
Wait.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
We're just gonna
Yeah.
go with the. He's had 8 hours to convince me this is a good idea.
Okay. I mean, that's fair enough. Try it.
So he's
Don't.
holding. He's gonna hold the rope. Tie
Dead.
one rope to the backpack.
Muerte.
In the backpack I go.
You
Okay.
now have no bone marrow.
What do
Your
you think?
bones are shattering.
So,
I was definitely thinking we should use some bait. I don't like using my party members as bait.
I mean,
I'm okay with this. Walken's like, for
Of course,
science.
Vulcan is for science. Anything for science.
So that's a 13 to throw him.
A 13. You toss the bag towards the hole. It falls up and then loops back down, slams into the ground.
Okay. All right. I want to tie some rations or like some food to the rope. Tie it around.
Now that y'all up, I'm gonna take a nap. Well, it's been 8 hours.
I'm not
Kojo's
sure.
gonna take a nap. Kojo don't need the rest. Kojo just thinks it's time to take a
Went
nap.
to the store. We went to the Asian store, the thing, but I paid for that. We went to. You paid at the UPS store.
that's hot. Super hot.
I love it when we just pay for the UPS store.
All right. All right. Bye. All right. We didn't panic. You couldn't find a wallet. Okay, so I want to
say 2-day shipping.
I want to tie some
Don't say too
some like meat or
Don't
some
tell me
rations
it's-
to it.
Oh.
Throw that in there.
Oh
Okay,
shit.
so you toss
3,
it,
2, they
falls
should be
into it, kind of, and then
Yep.
falls into it.
Okay. Wait. Jiggly.
Overnight shipping!
I'm gonna pre.
Shake the rope.
Yeah,
Dangle
you
it.
shake it. You shake
I
it.
just
good.
picture this guy like jiggling a rope at a hole. He's just like,
Yeah,
come on, there's something in there.
He's
There's
fishing.
something in there.
All right. I mean, that's.
You don't see or hear anything.
I want to do an Arcana, but I feel like even if I roll a 1, the answer's just gonna be yes.
Dude, I rolled a 24 Arcana. Yep.
So we're going about this all wrong. We're
Yeah.
trying to brute force our way.
Are you though? I mean, I don't know.
Don't you
I only
know?
wrote the scenario.
Yeah.
I can't
Don't
punch
you
it.
know?
So clearly we can't brute force it because I can't.
I don't
hit.
think like living organic matter can go through it, or at least like.
I'm technically not living, so.
Well, that's true, but you are animated through magic, I guess. But we've tried to go through it, and it doesn't let us. It lets our objects and stuff.
We send in a note that says come to the dark side. Or no, it sends us a note that says come to the dark side because space.
I want to yell at it.
What's in
I'm like
there?
an old man.
Yeah.
I'm old. That's your other guy though.
Yeah, the other guys.
Maybe we gotta be nice to it like the slime and Ghostbusters.
Oh.
Tell it some
Oh,
nice
no.
things, compliment it, take it out.
You look
Treat it like
fine! Your hair is fine!
Um,
Bless you.
so.
Who says it's rape o'clock? Nice. I'm not even playing with you, and you're still playing.
I don't know what to.
Oh, can I try to cast light inside of the hole?
What are you gonna cast light on?
The rope that's in the hole.
Oh, we could throw something non-organic into the hole that you cast light on.
Well, we already did that. I have some rations tied to the rope, and that's in the hole. Pull it back out,
What?
light on the rations, back in the hole.
Okay. And you throw it on. You put it on the ration.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you throw it, as it passes the thing, the light goes off.
Pull the ration back out.
Okay. And it's not lit.
It's not lit anymore? Magic doesn't pass through it.
But this key passed through.
Key is magic.
Key is not magic.
Key is Asian magic.
Not Asian magic.
Tell that to the Asian magicians.
The Asian magic.
Oh, what you roll your eyes at?
Alright, that's weird.
Where is Welcome in all this?
You see that shadow pass across the
Staring.
threshold again.
Throw something.
How
at
is
it.
he not
Seems a little
fascinated
closer
by
this
this?
time.
He is. He's staring.
Okay.
Guys,
Planning.
seems like whatever's on the other side of the thing is a little bit closer now.
Probably playing like Z at this point. I think
Kojo
the character-
just starts staring at
I'm gonna
Welkin.
keep pouring.
Okay. You keep pouring.
So
I
Kojo
will
is staring
fill
at
this
Welkin, who's staring at a
water.
hole. In space and time.
And it seems to be immune to magic. The whole.
I don't have to eat, so sorry guys, but I will keep pouring
40
water
years later, he's just like
until there's enough water to make it to the hole.
he starts to fall asleep. He's like,
So okay.
oh, you're pouring into the room.
Yeah, the one we're in.
Oh, it's just falling.
Never mind.
It's
You don't
not,
hear
it's
it
not
hitting
sticking to the
anything.
donut.
Oh no, it's not sticking to the donut.
Can we make a rope bridge across this thing and like
Our
walk
track.
We've
across?
already tried that.
Yeah, we tried all kinds of stuff.
Oh wow.
The closer we get, the further away it gets.
Maybe we need to flip the whole donut.
I went on the other side, but there's just nothing.
No. Like
Like
Not
everyone
us.
be on the other side, or like physically flip it.
physically flip it.
So
Can
you
we
know the
flip
fatty's on one side.
and just jump?
What's the circle that we're on made out of? Stone. Does it seem-
Nobody thought to ask about that beforehand.
Well, I'm asking
You're
now.
asking now.
Anybody got time to-
Give me an investigation check.
What else
16.
Okay. It looks like it's of similar build quality. I guess it's not the right word for it. As that same bluish stone you came across before.
Okay.
Does the blue stone that I have react to the other blue stone?
Not in any way.
Can I throw it in? I'm gonna throw a little bit of that blue stone into the hole.
Okay. You throw. So how are you breaking it apart?
I'm gonna hit it.
Okay.
Do I need to make an attack roll?
yeah.
This is already turning out to be really bad.
So you're gonna like
This is what kind of ideas you have, Peter.
you're gonna put it on the ground and like karate chop it. In
The
half?
best bad ideas.
Fuck no, it's just
What?
So, pow. That's
Another 6.
yeah. I don't know what's going on with this dice. 14.
Okay, so you hit it and it just kind of. How did you hit it?
Close to fist.
He said he punched
Right,
it.
but did you punch directly down at it or at an angle or how'd you hit
I
it?
set it down on the ground, kind of got on one knee, and
So you punched it.
Nothing.
Your knuckles hurt a little bit, but it didn't skitter across the ground. Didn't break.
Does anyone have a pickaxe?
I
yeah,
have
my
battle
knuckles, I
axe.
hit it again.
That's one.
It's
That's one
not a
enemy.
6.
Your knuckles hurt a little bit more than they did before.
And there's no cracking,
No
nothing.
cracking, no reaction to the punch aside from
Damn it.
your knuckles hurting.
Hell. I have a Dungeoneer's pack that has rope in it, right? Okay. I think. Okay, so I am going to follow his lead, tie some rope to this piece of rock.
You fling it through.
Yeah, holding the other end. I feel like I
Do it from the other side.
Yeah.
You see 2 ropes just connecting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do it from the other side to see.
The ropes are docking.
To someone looking at it from a different angle, it would appear as though there are ropes going into it, and they're just kind of. To them, on their sides, there's a rope going into it from one side, but nothing from the other side.
Right.
So wherever you're standing, the ropes appear to change where they're entering it from.
Mhm.
That makes sense?
Are there any symbols on the ground?
No.
No.
In fact, the stone honestly looks a lot like my scarab dice, like the blue and black,
Ah.
almost.
Brings us back to questions. Does anyone have a pickaxe?
I have
No.
a vicious battle axe.
I don't want
Same thing.
Actually, I think I might. Hold on.
So, what if we all just jumped at it in unison?
I think it would. We already did that. We already tried that too. We tried
Yeah,
going
but
out from different
two
sides,
people.
and it goes away from you. Like no matter what your perspection is, it goes away.
Whoa.
Perspection.
Perception.
Precipitation.
So if
All the rain on it. Yeah.
so if we all jump at it, maybe.
Keep
Still there.
eating it. Keep eating it.
Yeah.
Keep eating it. Max. He's
Maybe.
getting hair in his mouth.
Maybe. It'll either do one of two things. One of three things, probably. We'll either smash into each other, or actually fall into the hole,
I have a
or
crowbar.
we'll just flip onto the other side.
I have an idea. If we had something that was longer than the entrance of the hole, and we fed it through like that, if we tried to pull it back through, maybe it would like anchor. You see what I'm saying?
So he's talking about like grappling hooking the hole.
Yeah, kind of like grappling hooking it. Because like right now, if I pull this rock out, it would just tumble out. But if we threw something that could somehow like anchor,
I need you to make my staff longer.
That is.
I start
what
stroking
he
his staff.
said.
No.
It's not good staff.
This
Power
power
pole
pole,
extend.
this power pole doesn't extend. I don't remember what you cast on your dick the one time when we were in that port city. But that's I need you to cast that again, but on my staff.
Okay.
I'm not
Well,
sticking my dick through the hole.
Well, yeah, that's a bit of a different spell, but I guess I could cast enlarge, which would double the size of your stick.
But it doubled the length as well.
Yes, if it's a 5-foot pole, it'd be a 10-foot pole.
Well, we haven't really established how tall this pole is.
No. It's probably not a 5-foot pole. He's
No,
like
not.
Probably a
2.5 feet
3-foot
tall.
pole.
Probably about 3 foot, yeah.
So it's a 6-foot pole now.
all right, I'm gonna
So-
pull the food through.
I want to tie the rope in the middle of the pole,
That's it. Yeah,
and when we throw it through, that way
when you
it'll
pull
go
it,
level.
it'll-
It'll go like this.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so we could toss the pole in the hole.
Toss the pole in the
How was
hole.
that?
I was gonna say,
right?
let's see how many more alliterations we can make here.
So,
What's the pole in the hole? That's our
Alright.
goal.
javelin.
Okay, so you javelin it through the hole, and you start pulling it back, and it tink, kind of locks against it.
So it's solid.
Screw him. I climb it.
Same thing as before.
Just
You
keep
climb
going?
towards it, and
Well,
it just keeps
well, I
appearing
keep
as though it's
climbing.
further away. You just keep climbing, and
What does it
I
look
know
like?
this all day.
What does it look like to? What does it look like to us?
what does it look like to you?
What does him climbing toward the hole look like?
It
Like,
just appears as though he keeps climbing in the same spot.
okay,
Once he gets close enough to the hole.
okay, that's cool.
So you're just climbing to infinity, never reaching the singularity.
I want to cast light on him.
You tell me this.
Okay.
It looks like I'm just climbing the spot.
So maybe to whatever is on the other side, if it can see through, it sees like a shiny beacon type of thing.
Man,
I mean, I know
we're messing with forces we have no business.
we're in a room that goes on forever. What else?
Yeah.
And then we have this hole. This is it. This is all we can do is
This
fuck with
is
this hole.
what happens when pure boredom takes hold.
Fuck with the hole, dude.
Jam sticks
beehive.
in the hole.
This is
Well,
Oh, yeah,
beehive all over
they're
again.
just poking the beehive.
So why don't you just try pulling the hole to you?
He said it clicks like it's
Yes,
solid.
it clicked.
Yeah.
And
So
he's
maybe
pulling,
we all need to do
he's
one.
pulling himself at the hole, which means
Yeah.
he weighs less than the hole.
And when you jump on the donut, what happens? You flip to the other side. What does that create? A
Pinch.
pulley.
There we go.
Yeah, but he weighs.
Look,
if he
we're
were to
all
try to jump to the other side,
wizards here.
he wouldn't go anywhere because he weighs less than the. You know, see what I'm saying?
Why are we talking about him? I'm talking about you, who is holding on to the other end, who is 7 foot tall and
I pull on
probably
the rope.
300 fucking pounds.
Pull on
all
the
of your
rope. Doesn't
body.
move.
Pulling the rope, and I mean, nothing. It's against like a.
That's what I'm saying. It's like pulling on
Okay.
something that's on the other side of like a wall.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see.
Uh
You
huh.
can't. It doesn't go anywhere.
So, like I said, you're standing on this side of the donut. Whenever you jump, you go to the other side of the donut. If the rope is going this way and you jump this way, you'll end up here.
If I'm holding on to the same spot, I would jump and be tugged back to the
It's called
same spot.
repelling. But you're keeping tension so that when you get to the other side, now the rope is going across here, you can get more leverage power. One way or another, either you're pulling the hole towards you or you're pulling the ring towards the hole.
I
He's
follow
just like
you,
in
Chris.
the
That's like if
I
I
mean, I see what Cody's saying, but I think Cody misunderstands what they did earlier. They jumped towards the hole, so they jumped forward.
So I'm saying to go the opposite way.
He's saying to go back on the. So like,
right, you're just gonna jump and not go anywhere.
No. Same
You
thing.
misunderstand. You are going to jump and not be able to pull backward. There is no back.
He's not
There's no
talking of
give
pulling the
on the
rope
rope at
yet.
all.
Yeah,
He's
you're not
going
pulling the rope
around
until you're on
and
the
then
other
pulling the rope.
side.
Well,
So
you
you
just
have
have to
tension.
let pull rope go out.
right?
Yeah.
And then when you pull, you
Thus,
would pull
repelling.
yourself back around.
Yeah, if you pulled, you would just go the other way. Think of this donut is a donut, but think of it as a flat surface. If you move back, the only thing you're doing is putting more distance. between
But
the
you
thing
also
and
said whenever you jump, you can actually go onto the bottom side.
Yeah, but you don't just jump up and all of a sudden you're on the bottom side. It's
Well,
still
you
a
jump
movement
out.
thing.
Yeah, it's
so,
called
but if
repelling.
you jump, yeah, no, I get what you're
Yeah.
saying, but what you're not understanding is that this isn't going to work like that. It doesn't work like that because you're not falling off an edge.
No. I'm saying to get on the other side.
Yes,
Plant
he
your
knows
feet.
that.
I
Plant
know
your
what you're
feet
saying, but
and
what you're
pull.
saying doesn't work. Because this thing weighs more than all of you
But, yeah.
combined to be able to
Yeah.
pull. Like even if all of you were there
It would
repelling,
be
as
like
you're saying,
pulling on a
there's no
neutron star.
right. You're not pulling on this thing. It's an immovable
The
object,
donut
and you
and
are
the
just a
object
bunch
are
of people.
both fixed objects.
They're both fixed objects, so they're not. You're not gonna be able to pull against each other with them.
I mean, you
Did
can't pull.
anybody-
Just you're not.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna pull yourself back towards it. That's about it.
Did anybody check the other side?
Yeah, I went on the other side of it. It looks like the hole. The
Why?
hole is still above me technically.
Stop.
Going to our cleric friend, I said, since you told me I was close, am I close enough to maybe hug it?
The hole.
Yeah.
If you
Because
could,
it-
but
No,
When you reach out to it,
Yeah.
it appears
Oh,
Yeah.
further
well,
than
right,
it
yeah,
actually
but
is.
to their perspective, using him as my eyes, could I hug the hole?
No, to them it still appears grapefruit size, and you aren't any closer to it than it is to them.
Okay.
You just continually climb in the same spot to them, but always as though it's great. So as you reach towards it, it appears like your hand is getting smaller,
And he said,
perspective wise.
He said to us, it looks like you're just crawling in the same spot. Like you're just,
Right.
it's staying the fixed amount of
To
space.
you, it appears the constantly is getting further away. You do see that shadow cross on the other side again. A little closer than it was before.
I throw a croc tooth at it.
Okay, you threw a croc tooth into the hole.
As when the shadow passed.
Okay, so you threw it into the hole and it just kind of, and then like disappeared past the threshold. Like as it went through the threshold, it just kind of like fell.
Take a bit of cloth and drape it over the hole.
Can't you melt or wait? No, that wouldn't work. Never mind. Dumb idea. Next.
So how are you throwing it over the hole?
Like net style, just like fling it.
So as you fling it, your cloth appears to go further away from you and gets smaller before fluttering downward.
It's definitely bending the light around it or the gravity around it.
But what can we? I mean, we can't get close to it. We can throw stuff in it. It negates magic. Once magic enters it, that's done.
Gojo is not supposed to figure this shit out. This is Walken's territory.
Please speak your piece.
Is there a certain type of check we're supposed to be doing? Something. What are we missing?
I have no clue what you're missing.
I don't know. Now I can't punch it. I'm out of ideas.
We could just wait till whatever's on the other side gets closer and closer and closer.
I doubt we want to do that.
But what else can we do?
The only one here with infinite amount of time is him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've already been stuck in a dungeon once. I don't want to do it again.
So we definitely need to figure this out. Can we turn it? Like if we took
What do you mean turn it?
turn the hole.
It looks like a hole no matter which perspective you're looking at.
Yeah,
So
that's fair. That's true.
There was a thought of flipping it.
I climb back down,
That's about
pull
it.
out another section of rope, attach my forearm to it, throw using my other hand, throw forearm through the hole. Attempt to throw forearm through the hole.
Oh, okay, so you throw your forearm through the hole, and it just kind of, just like everything else, it just kind of falls into the other side of the hole.
Okay.
And makes
What
it
if we
really
took
good.
your head and did that?
Next with the rib.
Okay, you do that, and it just kind of falls. Now, at this point, I think you guys have 4 ropes in this thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's a little packed now. It might be difficult to throw more ropes through.
What if we just threw your head?
It's,
I would like the rest of my body so I can actually do
it's
something
bigger
on
than the
other side.
hole.
How big's this hole?
Didn't I already
Great
try
judge.
throwing you at it?
So,
I was in the back.
Like a big orange.
I'm talking.
Do I have to go get a
piece this
grapefruit?
time around.
is that one of
Cut
those
in
things
half,
that you've never
cut it
seen
into-
before?
Yeah, he knows what I'm talking
Oh god. It's not hot when you guys do it.
It's not
Not
hot
how
at
she does it
It
either.
really
Bullshit.
isn't.
As soon as she do that, she better be ready for a fucking mouse to get pregnant.
all.
Gojo says, "Oh, fuck it. It's not. We're gonna get any younger." So I walked with him, grabbed the rib.
Just pull a rib off and throw it through? Are you just throwing the rib?
Oh, I'm gonna help him throw his entire body.
I'm
through.
pulling what I had in there out,
Okay.
making some space.
So
Take
now, what, 3
there was the
ropes in there?
rations. Yeah.
So we're just throwing you in there in sections.
Can you reassemble yourself?
I don't think his rib cage would fit through.
Well, if you
That's
broke
right.
off, if you
Piece
pull
by
off
piece.
each of the ribs piece by piece, are you tying them all to ropes?
No.
So you're just throwing bits in there?
Yeah.
That's the terrible
I
idea.
asked you earlier how much you liked your character, and the answer is probably not very much.
I mean, if you want your head to go through there, I reach up and grab his head and cast
Shrink.
reduce.
I'm doing what
Reduce.
my character would do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his head literally would go from that size to under half the size that it normally is.
Okay.
So,
Chuck me.
so we could tie your head to a
Chunk him.
rope now. Oh, he needs his head. He can reassemble
Okay.
from other dead things.
It made
I don't
it.
know if this thing will.
Skelly Man assemble.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, let's tie your
So
head
the
to a
three-
rope now.
Are they throwing your head through?
Yes.
No.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm glad you weren't too attached to your character because your character no longer exists.
Okay.
What do you
I mean,
mean?
there's a pile of bones now. They just clatter to the floor.
We have one.
But do we see his head on the other
Oh
side?
no.
No, his head went through and then just kind of like it. Think of it like a what do they call it on the boat?
A
Porthole. Yeah, porthole. So think of it as a porthole. When you toss things through, they just kind of fall off out the other side.
Can I cast Resurrect on his bones? It says that it
This will be
regrows.
interesting.
It says that it regrows like limbs and anything lost.
This will be really
It will be really interesting.
Takes an hour.
God,
to
you're
cast.
gonna be just
And
a
it's,
got the
it's
time.
1,000 gold for the, or
Yeah,
1,000 gold diamond.
You
or
got
something
1,000
like
gold
that.
diamond on you.
a diamond worth 1,000 gold.
4,000 gold.
You,
No.
wait,
It's
we don't have a
diamond worth
druid, so we
1,000
can't
gold.
do reincarnate.
So are we keeping track of spell components?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you had to get it last time. You got it.
So we could just hold on to his head.
Oh, we already threw it.
Oh, they already threw his head through.
I thought we tied it off to a rope.
Nope.
The fuck you mean no?
I told you bitches it
No.
was a bad idea. Nobody listened to me.
I thought we tied his head off.
Nope, we didn't even tie it through an eye socket, nothing.
Right? We could have slid that through
Could
the
have.
bottom, right through an eye
Nobody
socket.
said anything about it.
Well, shit.
Probably take his character.
Kojo was thinking about jumping in themselves, so it was like, fuck it, Skeleton can go first.
His we still have a
Well,
forearm.
I'll put the rest of his bones in my backpack.
With
There we
that
go.
that sacrifice that was made, there's almost a slight humming to the room.
I'll put the rest of his bones in my backpack. Okay.
Can you
I'll
get
put
to
the rest
the
of his
bones?
bones in my backpack.
Whatever's
the
left
rest.
of the pile.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's just a pile of bones and a robe and a couple of
It's
weapons.
gotta be at
in
least
his
one.
Bag.
So for the rest of all of my
We're gonna
spells,
take
do I have to go through and find how much all of these components cost?
The expensive ones like that
Okay.
is the ones that we worry about. The ones that like I'm gonna resurrect him and I'm gonna resurrect him. And I'm
Right,
gonna
to
resurrect
keep you
him.
from just being able to do
Right,
it
right,
over
right,
and over
right.
again.
I mean, I even keep track of like.
Yeah, Welkin keeps track of like individual
Yeah.
things. He's like, I bought all this.
Yeah, I actually did. Like, I went through my
I have
components
this
and I was
piece
like,
of cat
cool, I
food.
bought it. I mean, some of them are as simple as like
You
a
will eat
wisp
that
of
cat food.
smoke
I will
and
not eat that.
a piece of cotton or something like that. But then I have some that actually use a drop of maple syrup. So I have a canister of maple syrup that I purchased. Yeah, I keep track of all of it.
Okay. Well, I have his bones, so I can resurrect him later.
So, the hum
Mhm.
is just there.
It's a home. It's like being against the side of like a generator, but a very quiet. Like it's far away from you.
Okay.
Requires sacrifice.
I wait.
Someone must kill themselves to prove our worthiness.
So wait, I want to know why his bones can go through it when they're separated, but why?
They count as objects when they're separated.
Yeah, but your head is alive. So why can they go through one at a time, but not
Because
whenever
it's-
he's?
Because those individual pieces are small enough to go through the grapefruit, he as a whole entity couldn't. If you threw a backpack with him as
But we
pieces,
threw
couldn't you?
but we threw the spear through it when
Because-
sideways it couldn't go through.
Well, you threw it this way, lengthwise, and then it got through the other side, and whenever you pulled it, it catches.
Yeah, but if I wanted to stick my arm like straight through it, it's big enough for my arm, but it still won't let me.
But it's still attached to a whole entity that's bigger than the grapefruit. It's the only constant.
Okay, well let's test that. I want to tie my backpack to the rope and throw my backpack at it.
Well, your backpack's bigger than the grapefruit.
So what happens?
So it just kind of and then falls.
But it hits it.
Right. It hits the hole.
Okay, so what I'm saying is we can't even approach it. As we as living matter approach it, it goes further away. So that kind of negates the if it's bigger than it won't let it go through.
Out of curiosity, what
Thing.
did I see? Anyway,
Oh, as your eyes approached, well, your lack of eyes approached this hole flying towards it, you saw just before the threshold of it, as you get to the other side or get to the thing, you saw just past it. There's just it's space, like stars everywhere, and you just kind of as you go through, the life snuffs out of your skull.
Yeah. Mainly, I would assume that's because we've already confirmed that any magic that passes through it.
Yeah.
And
But-
your reanimated dead
That's why I just want to know why he can go through it in pieces,
because
But
his
not-
individual pieces are considered objects.
but his head's alive when it goes through it.
It would still be considered a piece at that point, so it's considered an object. But then once he gets to the other side, because of the
We're
magic
breaking
canceling,
Bite off your fingers one at a time. Throw
Throw
them,
them in?
through.
But they're not alive anymore if I bite them off.
well, if you take your head off,
But he's undead, so his head is alive. Like,
I didn't actually
basically,
know how my undeadness worked. I didn't know if it was attached to a certain rib or what. So
that's what I'm saying. Like,
His cochlear.
I'm trying to
bone.
figure out why he's allowed to go through it in pieces,
Cochlear.
even though those pieces are alive. Like, you're alive.
Not no more.
Not anymore.
been dead a while, sir.
But okay.
I was gonna pace around the thing.
Yep, I'm waiting. I'll walk to the other side and be
Scary
alone.
man has died. So
And sad
now
for
it's a
my-
matter of how quickly they start.
I'll be sad for my skelly
It's
man.
true. It's true.
So you said there's nothing on the other side of this thing, right?
What you mean?
There's nothing on,
On the
bottom
underside of
side.
the donut.
No, I mean it's just you walk around the donut.
Yeah.
It's the same material all the way around.
No, I'm not. There's no markings or.
No. It's the exact same kind of
Okay.
like
We didn't
black
even
and
know
blue
his
scarab
name.
coloring.
yeah, we never did learn Skelly Man's name.
Question mark on his grave. Who was he?
Senior Skelly Man.
Keep it
When
small.
until today? We don't know.
Yeah.
Do we even know when today is?
Mysteries about.
Dun dun dun.
Sure. Time could be dilated here. You don't know.
Okay. I wait. Keep waiting. Lay down.
It's like we're staring at a singularity.
Can we like leave or no?
No.
No, we're stuck here.
Well then what the fuck?
Trying to figure out how to get
God
out of
damn
here.
it.
The only other thing I could think of is just mold earth and move the substance around the hole. So that way we have no choice but to go into the hole.
But then we're all dead.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. Necessarily.
We just proved that point.
No, he died, but
Oh my
that's
god.
because his magic got snuffed out. I am people meat.
Well, okay, can you reduce him and see if we can throw him through?
I wouldn't fit.
If I reduce you, possibly.
If you curl into a ball, you move.
That would be 2 feet. I could probably maybe curl into a ball that's still a foot around.
Then he can reduce you.
Again?
No, you're 3 feet tall. If you curl up, me as a human being, I'm like what, 6 foot, 5.5. I can shrink down to the size of like 3 foot tall. But I can less than half myself. You can less than half yourself. And then he can shrink you past that.
That is a terrible idea.
I'm dead, so I don't
Marvelous
have
idea.
It's a
a
terrible idea.
It's a
not
marvelous
I don't
idea.
like this idea.
Welkin tries to talk him into it.
Join me.
Motherfucker.
The humming is not me.
19. 16 plus 3.
Jesus Christ,
This will totally work. Skelly Man made it to the other side. His bones collapsed, but I mean, we didn't hear any screaming.
That's like 12.
Could have been because the distance was too
12.
great.
And what did you roll?
19.
Convinced you.
Motherfucker.
It's for science, and Skelly Man made it. Once you get to the other side, you can.
You brought this on yourself.
I'll release a spell. You can grab a hold of something and pull the rest of us through. Foolproof plan.
I'm gonna hit him before he does this.
You're just gonna die. I'm gonna lose another teammate.
I'm just gonna hit him.
Hold on.
I
Why do you automatically assume he's gonna die?
Skelly Man dropped to bones. His magic dissipated.
It's because his head was just too far from his body. That's all. And we just can't hear him. He's probably yelling, telling us everything on the other side. But we may never know.
I don't think so at all.
Before he does this, I'm gonna take a deep breath.
Wait, what do you?
You know that this is a terrible idea.
Yep.
But you rolled shit, so it happens.
All right.
That's
I'm
what
gonna-
I did. This is your idea.
Make
to
a
begin
wisdom.
with.
Make a wisdom.
No, it's not.
I want to use hold person on him. Make a wisdom save
On who?
on him to stop him from going through the hole.
That's not how hold person works. It
Oh man. I'm
basically
gonna
puts the
try
body
to
in paralysis.
Yeah, if he's paralyzed, he can't walk.
They
You
can
said he
still
was walking
throw
through
me.
the hole.
Yeah, we're reducing him and then throwing him because his weight is reduced to 1/8 of what his natural weight is.
Okay,
So
I'm
that's
gonna,
nothing for somebody to throw.
okay, I'm gonna use it on whoever tries to throw him. I'm not letting anyone throw this man through this hole.
Well, that's a 21, so I'm pretty sure I passed your save.
Yeah, you passed it. Ugh.
But putting it on
I'm
him
gonna-
does nothing.
I'm just gonna say that again. I'm not letting anyone throw anyone else
How many
through
times
this
can you
hole.
cast that?
I can go a step further and try to cast Gios on someone.
That takes an hour to cast.
Yeah, he'll be through the hole by the time he casts it.
I'll start fucking doing
Okay,
everything
yeah,
else.
okay.
I asked because you got a whole person on me and the barbarian.
Why are you guys okay with
Because
killing?
Walter's gonna convince you to throw him if I get held person.
He can't. He can't convince you.
I don't understand how someone can even be convinced that this is okay when someone just died from it.
We don't know that he
I don't know. I've been
His
dead
bones
for a long
dropped
time.
to the ground.
Well, we removed his
None of us
head,
really
naturally.
understand how the fuck he worked to begin with.
We
Plus,
removed his head.
I
We've
didn't
also
understand
tried to
how
go
it
to
worked.
it, and
He didn't even understand how he worked.
it goes further away from us.
So why are we doing this with me? Why don't we do it with you?
Because you're smaller, easier to
Yeah.
get through the hole.
We can make you the size that'll fit through the hole. I can't make him the size that'll fit through the hole.
Well, do it to yourself. You were a man of science. Do it on yourself.
It's not how this works. I have to
You
be.
were convinced. That's how this works. We
Oh
fucking
yeah,
rolled
if it's
for it.
okay and you're not gonna die, then let us through. Then you'll have a first-hand experience.
I'm incapable of pulling
Who
you
has my
through.
backpack?
And
Huh?
once
Who
I
has
get to
my
the other
backpack?
side, I'd
I
probably
didn't go
forget
with
about
you.
John Lee.
I don't know.
We'll tie you to a rope. We'll throw you through and then pull you back out.
You
You
got
can,
your stuff.
tell us exactly how it feels.
No,
Nah,
that's
I don't want the rope.
Mm-hmm.
I have my backpack.
Huh?
you have his
Why don't
stuff.
you try
Right?
to convince
Yeah,
me?
I got his stuff. Whatever. I stuff.
Oh, you have my stuff.
Destin.
That goes to him.
Nah, I just stuff in my bag of holding.
I have
No,
his
it's a carrot
bones.
sheet. He has the
Yeah.
stuff. He needs to
Back
list.
page. On the back page is specifically for
Sweet.
yeah. I was keeping it coming.
But no, you're the one saying not.
Oh,
before
this
we
one
started
right
this
here.
whole
No.
argument.
No,
Well, why don't we
This
throw something a lot through it?
I was a wizard.
We should go through it.
So I had to go.
We did.
Ooh.
We tried to go through it.
Thanks.
We
Yes.
tried to get live meta through it. Don't work.
I love how you're backtracking on this after we convince you to do it.
You need to kill yourself, kill yourself, resurrect.
Then I cast fucking flame strike on myself. Just smite myself.
Smite that fuck.
Fall
We're not
on-
gonna be here
fall
much
on my
longer.
own fucking-
4 hours later.
Bash my
Well,
brains
I
in
think
with
we've
my
already
mace.
waited 8 hours once.
We cast a spell on the
Not
hole.
real time. It's already been an hour. We just been like, oh, let's do this thing.
Could someone cast a spell on the
This
hole?
is every time we get a puzzle in front of us. You haven't figured that part out yet?
I'm so done.
Yeah, I think
I hate you all.
I think the only puzzle you guys solved really quickly was the ceiling, and that's because I gave you guys a time limit.
It's true.
Tried
I think
talking
that
to
one
it.
was
We tried
one of the
throwing things
sacrifice
at it.
We cast a spell on it.
I cast a spell and we threw it at it, and the magic went away.
No, like you should have like Sacred Flame or some shit.
Cast light on the hole itself.
If the magic gets tossed away as soon as he ends the special, then he gets stuck.
Huh?
That's interesting, because yeah, if it ends the enlarged spell, then his ass would fill the hole. So would he ever truly make it to the other side?
I don't know.
I have to be
See
working
legs
7 hours.
dangling
This
for
is so much
eternity.
bullshit. Can we just like start here? Because you guys,
Sadly.
y'all fucking killing me.
Kirkland is depressed.
We should throw him ass first, though.
This is what
Oh,
happens
so
every time.
just
His
in
teammates
case.
just start killing themselves, and he's unable to do anything about it.
That's right.
You know what?
You're a
I
bad
would be
convincer.
okay if you threw me ass first.
Done. Welkin's already cast Reduce.
So if we throw me ass first, so at least I might not die immediately. So
Well, unless it
you
strangles you.
you're already bringing too much logic into the equation. We're doing this. It's all right.
Yes.
So ass first.
Done. Welkin reduces Morgan.
That's a 19 on the die to throw him.
Throwing you ass first?
Ass first.
Are they enlarging you as you hit the hole?
No,
No.
we'll let the hole do that.
Yeah, because if it's
Yeah,
casting
it's
the
gonna
magic,
wear off.
then it should stop him
If
from
I
being in
go
a reduced
through.
state.
I mean, we've tried throwing organic matter in it before.
Should we
and
do like feet
nothing
first
worked.
instead of ass? If you do ass first, it's
Well,
just
he's curled
ass
up in a
stuff.
ball, so
He's curled up in a ball.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So that way his whole size is less than what the grapefruit whole
Okay.
constantly is.
So you're
Bruce,
standing.
stop.
Well, everybody's technically standing straight onto this hole, but
Mhm.
you're the one that's standing in the direction you're throwing it. Imagine what an octopus looks like when it goes through a hole and expands on the other side.
Yes.
Bruce.
That's what you see. And as you're flying at this
Go.
ass first, you get the briefest moment when you're on the other side and expand out to full size, where you see just this grapefruit sized hole and you see an expansive space.
Go lay
So
down.
he expanded after he
Oh,
made
yeah.
it through.
Okay.
Okay.
Does he
And I
see
hope
his
you
skull?
didn't enjoy your character. Because you no longer exist. You just kind of, you expand on the other side and then fall downward.
So I'm still on the rope, just dead.
They had you on a rope? Yeah, you're just, well, you're on the other side of it, hanging down.
Hey, let's try to pull him back through. See if he's alive.
Well, it's going to be like the stick.
Hey, Morgan!
So would he would end up,
Well,
All right.
and then we would just see a Morgan.
so
You
Morgan
just
is very
convinced one of
dead.
our party members to
Dead.
die, basically. Kirk is not happy. Kirk is pissed and depressed.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, at this point, Kirkland probably thinks they're chaotic evil. And they're just killing
Yeah, they're just
people
killing
to kill
themselves.
So
I think they're
So-
stupid and chaotic
R.I.P.
evil.
Morgan.
So we
My
we
point.
know that doesn't work. Okay. All right. We'll have to think of a new plan.
So what's it like over there?
I think right now all we see is belly. Like we pull him back.
Well, I'm not going to actively try to yank him through the hole at this point.
I
I'm going to give it a little bit of slack.
You might as well. At least at some point, you might be able to bring me back. So
I don't have any of your. I need you.
exactly. So you could just tug me through and just carry my body.
We can't. You're too big. You're on the other side of the hole big now.
See,
Well-
the thing about a dead body is you can break bones and no one will care.
He's got a point.
You could
Who's the
literally
strongest
just.
one here?
He does have a
Kojo?
point.
Okay, so pull him back through.
I'll help you.
All right,
What?
that's a nat 20.
Oh, okay. I'll help you.
No,
I'm pretty
there's no need to
sure.
help.
Not
I
exactly.
mean,
volunteered.
sure, no need, but I'm just saying, like, before you even tried, I'm on the rope with you, at least to try.
And then
to
he's
help.
like, I can use it.
Yeah, I'm like lawn chair.
So he's like,
Oh, roll us up on the rest though.
I'm not supposed to be eating.
Kirk is forsaking his promise that he made to your character to watch over Welkin, because now he is just convinced that Welkin doesn't give a fuck about people's lives.
She
You're
did tell you he was
just
a little
coming to
crazy.
this assumption.
Yeah, I thought he was crazy, but I didn't think he didn't care about people's lives.
Shit.
No, it's science first. Then friends.
Kojo's convinced we're all going to die in here anyway.
That's no way to think, partner.
Kojo is a physical, melee-focused character. Not magically inclined whatsoever. This is death for Kojo.
Well, okay, think about it logically, though.
There's no logic.
Yes, there is.
Only
Wadley
death.
told us to come here because we needed to check out what was underneath old
What if
dude's
Wily
house.
was evil?
Then he could have just killed us, not like going through this elaborate thing to trick us into like.
Yeah,
why-
Whether he's lawful evil.
It's a lot easier
oh yeah,
to
he
kill
bailed
someone
on us once we
if
got
you
into the
don't
crypt.
have to fight them.
Yeah, I guess so. But
Because I know if I tried to take on any of you motherfuckers one-on-one, I probably would die.
he could have tried to attack
feel
us
like
when all those
Wally
Hellbats
is-
were attacking us. He could have
The
done
guy-
so
I
many
wasn't
things.
there.
Probably,
Yeah.
possibly.
But he could have been.
Whose idea was it to go with this
He didn't
hole?
send us there.
Yeah.
Who's
I think we all
May
followed
not
Welkin
have
down
been.
here, remember?
You motherfucker. I
What?
knew you'd get this party killed one day.
So now that everybody is to the blame game, you've been trapped in a in this
I'm
endless
dead.
space
I'm
for a
out.
long
Yeah, I'm dead too. There's nothing to blame, sir.
This is what it is default to.
And all of the fingers will eventually point towards Walken.
Oh yeah, Welkin's always going to be the likely first candidate. Everybody's just like, it's all his fault.
it's all open?
I didn't hold.
They pulled me
I didn't
back.
hold the crossbow to your head.
According to the
Enjoy.
circumstances, Kojo is going to be the last alive.
All
I
right.
always enjoy watching you guys struggle.
So
against my
Yeah.
dungeon.
Kojo had a
They
good
pulled me
idea.
through the hole.
They tried to pull you back
No,
through the
we
hole.
did.
He rolled
rolled
on that
that
20.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I helped
But
him.
are you sure that a rope is stronger than a spine?
Oh no, I had fucking as they pulled me through.
Well, but that's my question: is are you sure that a rope is stronger than a spine?
Google.
I imagine that a rope would break before a spine would break.
Nah,
Is a
that
rope or a
spine
spine
would probably
break
break.
I
first.
think the spine would too. Honestly.
Especially if it's tied around my fat little
consider
waist.
The
My
spine,
spine
is
is
not
done.
a solid bone, but a bunch of connected by a cartilage.
That,
Oh,
right.
yeah,
It's not like a femur. It's not like a fucking
Yeah, I
thick
know
ass
where it was.
femur.
Yeah, if it was my femur, you probably would have just yanked my leg off.
Yeah.
But nah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like if we don't care, we'll
I'm
tear
pretty sure the rope is
flesh.
stronger.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, I guarantee rope is stronger in this scenario.
Cartilage would give.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He's folded like a pancake.
You'd hear that a good snap, and that'd be a wrap.
I need like one tiny bit of him to.
We have a whole bit of him.
Yeah,
just
I
a
mean-
fat little bit. You can always just cast spare the dime.
Yeah, he did that like a minute ago.
Clerics,
Yeah, that's-
other cleric in campaign.
Well, he doesn't just have 0 hit points. He's not making success and failure rolls to live. He's dead.
Oh yeah, that's
What was
fair.
that spell you
That's
could do if you could resurrect him within a minute of the death?
Revivify.
Yeah, Revivify.
But that let's
Takes
see.
300 in diamond dust.
That has a
Very
that has a negative effect as well too. I
Yeah,
believe.
I think so.
Yeah, he gets turned into some other
No,
race.
No, that's
Raised Dead. Raised Dead has a negative effect.
Yeah. Revivify doesn't. It just brings
You
them
just have a
back.
chance of being turned into a rock gnome.
No. That was a spell. That was a spell that Druid had. That was reincarnate.
Yeah.
That's what that was. I mean, there's always a chance that the spell won't work. So cast that on risk.
How thick is this rope?
Standard rope.
Like quarter inch?
It's like
Standard.
Half inch?
hemp rope.
Yeah, I was gonna say standard rope is I don't know, probably quarter to a half.
Max gave up on
Quarter to
that
half
real
dollar.
fast.
It's late. He's like, I'm not
He's
feeling
like,
this.
I always figured the kind of rope you'd hang yourself with would be a 3/4 diameter rope.
It's about standard size.
So this spine
We're
breaks
doing fine.
first.
Oh, there it is.
The spine breaks first.
So we have the whole body of Morgan.
Folded in
Just
half.
yeah, folded.
Sandwich, yes.
Pretty much.
A Morgan sandwich.
Okay.
We'll take this carpet.
I don't have a carpet.
How the fuck did you fly? I thought it was a carpet.
I stole the magic
Control
from the
magic.
carpet.
I actually still technically have the carpet.
Oh, okay.
I'll put him in my backpack as well.
He's got a pile of bones and a pile of
A halfling corpse. A
Halfling-
twisted, disgusting fucking halfling
a
corpse.
half of a halfling corpse. A halved halfling corpse.
Did you get Jesus Christ? Did you... Oh, you don't have the
The components.
Okay. So you're still gonna need that $1,000 diamond deal.
Well, yeah.
Shits.
Yeah.
So
Which is fine. I could afford several, but I'm committed to bringing you guys back. Not so much him
Again.
now,
I was tired of
because
losing
I think
party
I think him dying would cause more people to live.
you
accurate.
dying would be a blessing to the world, sir.
We're gonna give. Well, you a paladin or you a cleric?
Cleric.
We're gonna give the cleric PTSD.
I already have PTSD.
It's only getting worse.
It's only getting worse.
It won't get any better with this group.
Does depression affect your character in a negative way?
It might with this particular these new rules I'm pulling from.
How long?
Well,
until
welcome
it's-
then at work. Any other ideas?
Wait, there's new rules? What are these rules?
Cthulhu? Are you dipping into the Cthulhu
I already
pages?
started dipping into that mythos.
Oh.
Okay. This is dumb. I don't want to do this anymore.
We should all fucking kill
Oh.
ourselves.
Tell us what the exit is. I think we'd all love to leave.
Ooh, that is a good point. After one died, there was a humming. After a second died.
Kill yourself and find out.
Humming,
No,
the
that
humming
different.
intensifies.
We already have the second.
Oh.
It's almost a vibration now.
Oh. See? For science.
Maybe so many of you have to be sacrificed before we can find the way.
All right, I vote Welcome kill himself.
It's not going to happen.
You gotta try to convince Welkin to do
Yeah, I was
that.
gonna say that.
hard to
Welkin, one of
convince
Welkin's
Welkin.
person, like, actual personality traits is very much self-preservation.
Kojo thinks we should draw straws.
I don't have sleight of hand to help.
The only reason he says that is because he's lawful neutral. If he became neutral,
I don't think anyone should fucking kill themselves.
I'd be
Okay.
attacking somebody if I was chaotic neutral.
Yeah, we can't go around attacking each other.
Yeah, it's too
If
bad
I'm lawful
Katie's not
neutral, that's why I say we draw straws.
No, no one's killing themselves. Not even Welkin. I don't even want Welkin to kill himself.
Not even for the greater good.
Greater good. No one cares about the greater good. It's science.
Yeah, well, you can make golems, right?
Huh?
You can
Matt.
make golems, right?
How many
Matt, shut up.
how many days of rations did you guys have?
Dude, fuck if I know.
I know.
Kojo
I
has 10.
have.
I know.
I may have some extra on mine
Sorry.
just from this area. Probably not good anymore.
Kojo has 10,
10?
which is technically 20 for Kojo.
I have 1 day. 1 day of rations.
Shit.
You didn't buy more?
Who's going to stop?
In this party, you gotta
We've
travel
never had a
like
chance to
crazy.
buy more.
You gotta travel
We've been in a
like
town.
in this party.
We know who's going to die first now.
We went straight from that last encounter to the catacombs.
Well, you went back to your inn.
Yeah, but your last, like your epilogue for the other thing was you
It was
followed
during
him
the
into the
cutscene.
catacombs. Yeah, it was a cutscene. I couldn't press B. Couldn't get out of it.
So how many days does Welkin have?
7.
Cool, Kojo's less alive. Unless the barbarians got more.
I'm gonna tell you guys shit.
Can
I
you?
still got outlast you. I only need half rations to survive.
What
So about
happens?
10 days is actually
What
20.
happens if you're
I have
suffering
one.
from starvation, but you keep healing yourself?
I don't think you can heal starvation.
I imagine you have diminishing returns.
Yeah, I'm just curious. That seems funny to me.
Progressively, you would die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you survive on good berries though?
Yes.
Oh, you can't cast create food and water. You should at this point.
He just keeps resting.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I have it, it's not anything that I have memorized or anything.
You can always redo your spells at the end of a long rest.
I think he might go
If
insane
it's not one that
before
he
that.
has.
Let's just say I have more than
Characters who don't eat or drink suffer the effects of exhaustion.
Oh yeah, create food and drink. Create food and water. That
I don't
would
think there's any
be
way to get rid of
that would be a 3rd level spell, but I didn't prepare it.
Oh, you'll be able to prepare it tomorrow.
Can no one dimension door? Nothing. No.
That's great.
Oh,
Fighter,
Good job,
remember?
good job killing yourself.
No, this is not Grim. This is Skelly Man.
Yeah, it's just killing me.
Scaling man that has no name.
Motherfucker.
He intentionally told no one his name for a good reason.
What do we think less of him?
I don't know.
Solid.
Don't control what you think of him.
I don't know. I always thought he had a see-through personality.
I don't know. It seemed pretty solid to me.
Just baby.
Your character's dead now too.
Yeah.
Again.
I've already died once. On the bright side, I
So-
get to make a different character.
I'm pretty sure you've said this multiple times, but I probably wasn't paying attention. Below the donut. Oh, just endless fall.
Yeah, like I said, it expands in every direction infinitely.
What happens if we jump off again?
You
You
don't
fall.
jump off, you
Back
jump.
up.
You jump and it pulls you back to the donut.
Little bitch.
Right, if you walk off the edge of it, you just walk
I know I'm
around
dead.
it.
But I have,
Yeah, I wish to be
I have two
upside down
questions.
now.
Whenever you
When
jump.
I died, because objects have fallen off the edge. When I died, did my bones just kind of into the abyss?
No, they fell to the ground. Like,
They stayed to the
Like it has gravity no matter what side you're on.
Well, the thing is,
When we've thrown
when
stuff?
I tried to fill it with water just fell off the donut.
Mhm.
So I was checking to make sure my bones.
yeah, your bones are still there. Yeah. You gather
Minus
them
a
back
couple
back.
ribs and a forearm.
Right.
and a
You're
skull.
missing a couple of ribs, a forearm, and a skull. It's gonna be a goofy looking skeleton. Make comes back. Or person.
And there's no telling whose bones.
I
those
can imagine
actually
it's gonna be
are.
like Deadpool growing back a head and an arm and a couple of ribs. They're gonna be really tiny for a couple of days. gonna sound like a child.
Yeah, I have spells that could like grow back limbs and body parts, and it's like it does it over a couple of minutes. So yeah, I could just imagine like the guy from X-Men. I mean, not X-Men. Men in Black.
Mm.
Blow off his head. It's like.
Well, I don't know what to do about this. So,
Well, you're dead. You have no say so anyway.
Yeah,
Look,
I'm
look.
just enjoying the show at this point.
Ooh, if I blink to the astral plane, how does the view from that side look?
Exactly the same as this one.
What is
We
happening?
got plenty of time for you to
Slightly
test the theory, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it's it's a whole different plane of existence, so worth a shot.
What alignment is?
True neutral.
who gives a fuck about no one and nothing?
So that's
I have nothing fancy I can do. Did you guys try to break the little donut thing already?
I tried to punch something that was made of the same matter as the donut.
He couldn't even break a small rock.
Yeah.
No
Fun
offense.
tips.
Well, it had a DC, but you didn't break it.
Gojo's
What
gonna
was
take
your-
his
what was
code work,
your-
sit down, and
what
just
was your
start
roll?
hitting the
That
ground.
was pretty shit.
Okay.
It was like 17, no.
See if he can't pick his way
Ooh,
through the
nice.
donut and turn it into a seat.
Okay. I mean, your pickaxe doesn't. Your pickaxe, depending on how long you do that, you're gonna dull your pickaxe.
It's a crowbar, but okay.
Ooh, what if I use transmute rock? It would
You
turn
mean the thing
rock
I
to
told
mud.
you to do earlier?
No. This would literally turn all of the rock that we're standing on into mud.
That's a
So
terrible
it's no
idea.
longer
You
a
shouldn't-
solid substance.
you
We would
shouldn't do
drown
that.
in the
Well, you
floor.
can definitely try that.
You shouldn't do it.
Drown
You know what?
in
I'm
the
dead. So do what you want.
You can kill the rest of the party. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'll punch a beat.
I'm punching shit in the afterlife. I don't give a fuck.
And Welkin does it transmute rock. Turns the donut
Welkin touches the donut,
to mud.
and it doesn't seem to respond to his magics.
We're fucked. We're all gonna die.
Like I said,
Gojo's
this
had
rock
that mindset
is
from the get-go.
nothing from
Alright,
this
so let's
you've
just
ever.
fast forward. Everyone's dead but me. And him, because he can.
Make food.
Make
I
food
imagine
or-
he can make food for the party.
No, they're all dead. So what are we doing?
So after what feels like days of sitting here trying trial and error, nothing seems to work. You've already lost 1/3 of your party, and the other 1/4 of the party is not here.
The other fourth.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah,
and
the other
Katie.
two.
Yeah, Matt and Katie aren't here.
Conveniently.
Conveniently, yeah. Who knows where the fuck they're at?
And he's on hiatus, is what it is.
They're on the other side of this fucking orb. That's where they are.
You've over the course of the next couple of days, you've seen that same shadow passing the other side of the orb or the other side of this gateway. No, it's not.
Is it getting closer?
It is. Every time it gets progressively closer and closer.
Maybe you should yell at it.
I tried that.
I'm just gonna
Have
wait
we
for it.
tried passing something?
gonna eventually get to us.
While he's right there.
Probably shoot it.
So it's been several days.
Oh, it's been several days, yes.
So
And they're descending into madness.
I mean, they still have each other. I don't think they'd be going crazy for quite some time.
I don't know.
You try
They're-
spending 24 hours a day stuff
I'm
with
praying.
this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm
You'd
praying.
be insane in 20 minutes.
I'm praying.
The only reason you guys aren't insane yet is because there have been distractions from Wilkin. Praying.
I'm just praying.
He's turned to the clergy.
Every time that shadow passes and I notice it, I'm gonna try to throw a ball bearing at it.
Okay.
I have a fuck ton of ball bearings.
It's true, you do.
Imagine a pure chance eventually I'm gonna come close to hitting it.
Maybe.
If it cares.
Yeah, if it cares.
It's a giant spaghetti monster in the sky.
Wait, is it like the hyperbolic time chamber? Should we just yell until it rips the hole bigger and bigger?
That would be.
Remember
that would be
Majin
hell.
Buu and Go Tanks
Yeah.
Piccolo?
I don't think the party has that much juice, dog.
That'd be pretty sick, though, right? That'd be pretty sick.
That'd be pretty cool. No, it's not like that though.
Maybe
Damn.
if y'all all did it and rolled 20s.
Maybe, yeah. They all simultaneously roll 20s.
On
You
our
might
first try.
successfully do something,
I
yeah.
have a 19.
It's not a 20.
I have 4 die. Let me see if I can get a 20.
Nope, that's a 10.
I'll move this one and this one.
There we go.
None of those are
crying over the bones and broken in half corpse of my party members.
Pretty sure I'm starting to stink.
Probably.
Yeah, what are we doing about poop and stuff?
Well,
You're like pooping off the edge and just go. Oh,
We've
man.
designated the latrine area.
Yeah, let's make that like
They have
once-
like a bucket. They're like on a rope and like dumping it into
Dumping it into the
hole.
pee into the hole.
Oh my
Well, we've
god.
already established liquids don't stay on the donut.
I can imagine you're like peeing off the donut, just peeing on the side. Oh, you're like, man, it's raining in here. Why does it smell weird?
Well, no, if that works, why the hell did this water not stay on the donut?
This water's a little different.
It like pushes out. It's like a torrent.
Well, it
Endless
also
water.
it has some slower flowing ones.
yeah, I'm just gonna continue.
People have
to
slower
live.
flowing penises.
Yeah, I can. I mean,
He's old.
I
Oh,
can
his other
conjure.
character's
I can
old.
conjure food and water now.
Conjure a door the fuck out of there.
That's Can't do not that,
his
buddy.
skill set.
Oh yeah, wait, he's a transmuter. You can't do that shit.
You just need food. He has the decanters of in this water. You can still drink from it.
After what feels like another few days passing, and every just random interval of time, no set amount of time, that shadow passes in front of it and appears to be a little bit closer. And randomly, one which you can imagine is a day. You don't necessarily have a passage of time here. The vibration is gone completely. Do you guys still have any rope in the hole or no?
I got chain.
Not in the hole.
Not in the hole. Okay. You see,
Oh,
You
did
guys
anyone
get the stick
purposely
out.
take the ropes out?
Oh yeah, there's the one with the stick is stuck
stick.
in it.
I imagine would still be there. Yeah.
So unless someone stayed
Someone-
holding onto it, it's just limp.
That'd be very difficult to get out of there.
Yeah,
I've seen that puzzle before. Yeah, it's very difficult.
yeah.
It's not.
That's all you can do. That's literally
And
all
hope
you can
that,
do.
like
is
luck
just,
is on your side
and
and
hope that
flips.
it's yeah.
Yeah, just like you're like. Okay, there it is. And you pull it back through. So one day you see on the edge of the hole what looks kind of like a little finger coming, like a tentacle of sort coming over the edge, kind of just peeking around, almost like it's looking about.
Throw a ball bearing at it.
I'm gonna try to I'll try to communicate with it.
Okay, so this fool throws a ball bearing at it. Roll an attack roll.
I imagine that's just straight up dexterity, right?
Yeah,
15.
that doesn't hit.
Okay.
So you throw it and it goes right past the hole.
Okay. I want to try to communicate with it. Just
Hey, little friend. Yeah, I wouldn't touch it.
we got nothing left. We're gonna die here. We're gonna fucking
Are you
die.
telling it this?
Yeah, I'm just crying.
Help us out,
Please, if you're gonna kill us, then kill us. If you could possibly help us, then that would be amazing.
So you hear a voice in your head speaking out to you, just you. I know.
Okay.
You will die here.
Okay.
See, your reply would be, just thanks, asshole.
I'm just like
This is of no consequence to me.
Does that
sure,
hit
why,
with a ball
yeah,
bearing?
why would it be?
Yes. So you just kind of bing, and the fingers like, kind of like, and then it snakes back towards the hole. You ever watched an earthworm move about?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
I thought it was coming out of the hole.
It's like on the edge of the hole.
It's just peeking.
Who
Just
are
the
you?
tip.
Just,
Can I communicate with it telepathically? If I just think, who are
You
you?
think
It spoke to me, right? You said only
it
I
did
could
speak
hear it,
into your
so
mind.
If I think, who are you? What are you?
It doesn't respond to you.
Okay, I'll ask it out loud.
It doesn't respond.
Is it talking to you?
It is. It told us
Maybe
that.
he's gone crazy.
It told us that we're gonna die here, and that it knows that we're gonna die here, and it's of no consequence to itself.
Oh, okay.
What is this
Designed to
place?
stay-
There's a 15 hit it with the crossbow.
15 does not hit it with a crossbow. Your arrow whiffs right by.
What
I
is,
have more bolts.
what is this place?
Whatever you're doing, it's probably a terrible idea.
Yeah, seriously.
Non-natural 20 hit it.
Yeah, non-natural 20 hits it.
Alright, so roll damage for crossbow.
We're gonna die a lot quicker now.
Bad.
I don't know. Welkin's working. Like this is like almost
12
semi-paradise for Welkin. He's got
12 damage. Okay.
infinite time to do his work. Oh yeah, he's like.
So you die and no one remembers you or gets your work.
See, but Welkin's not focused on
I
that.
burn
Welkin is
9 bolts. So what the worm do when he got hit?
So these arrows just kind of and like pass through this tiny little worm body and just and it just kind of like the holes that you penetrated through it kind of reconstitute and it just continues to snake back towards the.
I wish someone could shock the piss out of it with their breath.
Oh, it's too bad I didn't actually take a rest.
Maybe it stays later.
It's been like a week. Come on, just shock the piss out of it.
I'm gonna say, is there anything that we could do or offer you that would help
There's
us?
juicy body in that bag. And it's good.
You got a toothpick?
For an earthworm.
Really could use a halfling right now to eat and crunch on. Hey, we have one of those. He's been slowly decaying in my bag. It smells great.
Oh, I literally thought you were
It's been like 10 days.
It's right.
You know, you could have just cast like something in there. It would have stopped me from decaying.
I mean, what's the point?
the stank.
Is it 12?
Don't care about the stank.
You clearly
Well,
care about
I'm,
the stank.
How fast is it moving?
Did it answer any of my
No responses.
no response anymore? So after that one time, just no
You
response.
you get the feeling that this thing doesn't very much like it said. You are of inconsequence to it.
Right. Okay.
Continue to shoot it as long as it's there. Wait till I run out of bolts, whichever happens first.
It's something to do.
Keep rolling.
Like I said,
Alright,
well,
that's
that's
a hit.
it. He was able
On
to
this one.
reconstitute a jar of dirt into an actual workbench.
Another miss.
And started pulling out his automaton pieces that he's been working on.
I think I just broke the crossbow.
Probably. If you rolled a natural 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not good.
I rolled the damage for 1.
Do you need me to fix it?
Yeah,
Alright, you set it on the table. Welcome goes
10 points of damage from the
with
one hit.
minting. Alright, here you go. And I go back to work.
Yeah, so Welkin fixes the crossbow.
How long does that take?
Probably not even a minute.
No.
It's just mending. I can fix. I mean, if it was just like his wire snapped or something, that's nothing. Just
Alright.
got the two pieces, mend.
I'll say, why are you observing us? Why did you come all the way here to watch us die?
You get no response.
These are not the right questions.
Wally's gonna catch some hands whenever we.
These are not the
He
right
did
questions.
tell you it was
detective.
very difficult to explain. He would just have to show you.
Ask him to show you the way.
Show me the way. This is the way, Watley.
He does not show you the way.
No way shown. This little tentacle just kind of coming out a little bit further than it had previously.
Let it keep on coming.
So now you got like maybe 6 inches of worm penis
Tentacle.
hanging out.
Can we grab it?
You're gonna grasp it firmly between both hands.
That would probably be a really, really
I'm
still
strong.
shooting at it.
But it just healed itself.
He's bored.
Plus, magic can't penetrate, so I'm waiting for more of it to
Well,
come out.
It's rare crossbows. Rare crossbow bolts. So I'm almost out of bolts.
It's
So
on
I
the
hit him
other-
3 more times, and then I hand my crossbow back to Welkin to fix it again.
Welcome's like, okay.
See, it's on the other side now, so you could.
How much damage did you do with those?
Alright, I'll roll.
Why don't you do some radiant damage to it?
So,
See how that goes.
26. 19.
What else do you have to lose?
And 17.
Okay.
3 more teammates.
Roll a deck. Roll a dex. Roll a dex save for whatever this is.
I want to go see on your side
Its
what
dex
this
is
thing
infinite.
is.
Its wisdom infinite.
62 damage.
And at this point, I only have one more shot from out of the regular crossbow bolts.
Okay.
And that's 18. So, one more hit.
Okay.
Maybe ask it about the hole.
It's not answering shit.
You're not asking the right questions.
I'm asking all kinds of questions. It ain't answering
21.
shit. Roll a dex save for whatever this fucker is.
I'm going to go ahead and load my drum of silver crossbow bolts.
What are you looking at?
I can't even see what that is.
I know.
You even read that.
Dude's like,
How
I'm
much
dead. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm dead.
21
What
on
the
that last
fuck?
hit.
So, as you strike it with that last hit, that tentacle, like, points at you, looks at you, and kind of starts to snake out in your direction.
Oh, this
Put my
felt
crossbow
bad.
down, pull out the sword, and start waiting.
Roll a dex for
Roll a
it.
dex.
Yeah.
I imagine that a 24.
Yeah, roll again. Sacred
I imagine a 17.
No. It takes radiant damage. Burning it.
How much radiant damage?
Well, let's find out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 radiant damage, huh?
When it gets in with
I
range,
just
I'm
feel
gonna
like
start
you're
attacking
old
it
boy
with the
from
sword.
Street Fighter 2. Yogurt Flame.
Okay.
But you're saying Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame.
Okay. So you strike it with your yogurt flame, and you see it kind of it gets hit. It kind of recoils a little bit, but then it stops completely still
Okay. Another one.
before lashing out.
Okay.
From this one tentacle,
Peter, I can't
it's
see
kind of
you.
hard to describe, but from this one tentacle, a tentacle spears out and strikes at each one of you.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Man,
You're
I'm
dead.
like you.
Oh,
Well, the 4 people that are still alive.
I'm not even doing anything. Fuck you guys.
I'm working at my workbench. I'm just like, man.
Get slapped by a tentacle, not paying attention.
Just spears through the back of the
Kojo
head.
is probably
Let's
the
see.
time that
So
we
a
had in this
non-natural
place.
20.
Huh?
A non-natural 20.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Kojo's gonna be the only one to survive.
A 28.
Yeah.
Why is it
Oh
hitting
my
me? I'm
God.
not even doing
There's
anything.
4 people left.
Ted, we're gonna die here to him.
Yeah, because you keep fucking hitting
It
it.
told him that we were gonna die before I started shooting it.
It did.
Well,
Yeah,
because
that's
maybe
fair.
it knew what you fuckers were gonna do.
Nope, I was just throwing ball bearings at to begin with.
God damn it. I hate all of you. I want to go home.
Don't blame us. Blame him.
No. Fuck you, Peter.
I'm dead.
That's exactly why.
That's necrophilia.
That's okay. So 9 damage.
And what about to me?
It's not
I'm getting there.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Damn, down to 132.
Oh,
Oh,
no. Oh, we're down to dead.
Okay. A 31.
No! No, you know what? It doesn't hit.
I want to make sure.
No! It doesn't hit.
I love the fact that it rolled low
It
on
didn't hit,
me.
so why would I take damage if it didn't hit?
31. My God.
6 damage?
Yeah, 6 damage.
I love that it rolled low on me.
Be up 4. Oh, this is bullshit. It's not done yet.
He said it was almost done before we came into this room.
Okay.
So I think,
thought you guys-
I think he overestimated our intelligence.
A little
fucking
bit.
30.
And then Welkin a 28.
It's almost. I mean, that's like, double plus armor class.
Your armor class like a 4.
13.
8 damage.
God. Just get really mad.
Is it close enough for me to swing at it with a sword yet?
Oh, wait till I-
Well, it struck out at you, so yes.
Are we not an initiative either?
You're
We're
natural
punching
20.
right now?
Oh yeah, I kept the same initiative order you guys had before.
Nice.
So it's not your turn though.
I'm
Well,
not
but if he held his
re-rolling
action-
this. I'm keeping that shit.
That's fine.
That's my attack roll.
I'm about to fucking rape this bitch.
Rage away.
I was gonna say,
If there's any time to rage,
yeah,
now is the
you've been trapped in an extra dimensional space for
I'm pissed
seemingly
in the
a week.
game. I'm pissed in real life. I need to go home. Let's go. Where's my
So
rage?
let's try to kill the tentacle of Cthulhu so he can send another one at us. And another one.
Okay, so Courtney.
I rage.
Fuck it up.
Okay. Well, you have this tentacle floating just in front of you.
Whew. That's a 17 and a natural 20. Plus, oh wait, no, that's for damage. It is a 7.
You do it.
Okay. Both of those hit.
It's not
12.
like I'll be using it.
13, 14, 15.
One day, friend.
Plus
I
the
still don't know
natural
if I'm
20
gonna
was
come back as a
8.
skeleton, a wizard, or
9,
an
10,
orc.
11, 12, 13, 14.
You're gonna come back as a
16.
something. I don't know
So
if
15 and 16.
you're gonna like this something.
plus
He's already a
5,
skeleton. How worse can he
6,
be?
7,
36?
8,
Well,
9, 10,
see,
11,
One of the perks of being a skeleton is I could take bones
13,
of other things
15, and
merge them
16.
with my own form. So I'm not sure how many of
So
those bones are
30,
actually my original.
So,
44?
in theory, could you
44?
like attach 2 bones and give yourself 4 arms?
No.
Oh, okay. You can only
Can
replace what
replace,
you.
yes.
Gotcha. Damn, that would be
Okay.
fucking cool.
What
if you were all arms?
Welcome.
I wouldn't want
I
very
walk
well.
over to Kojo, cast haste, and I go back to my workbench. And I get on the opposite side of it, so I have half cover, at least.
Okay.
Jesus.
That
Garrett?
gives me, what, 4 attacks now?
Yeah, you get an extra attack action.
Oh,
Your AC goes up by 2, and you can move a whole hell of a lot more. Basically, you have double your movement speed,
Not like I need the move.
and you can use your bonus action to dash. You can essentially move like
So
120.
AC's
or something.
26 and I can attack 4 times. Got it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Attack action, right?
So
Hey, you couldn't
first
have
strike
done
is
that
that
to me.
crit.
Good stuff.
Second strike is
I
an 11.
My AC
That
needs to
doesn't-
go up, not his.
Well, I know he's
Third
next
strike.
to me
Is
because I've had to
an
repair his weapon twice.
10
That doesn't hit.
You see, he ain't even hitting.
and another 11. So 1 crit.
One crit.
You
Out
did
of
a
4
crit?
attacks.
Number natural 20, bitch.
That's kind of a low roll for that crit. 34.
34.
I didn't. You base out, let's see.
Okay.
Fuck it. Second one, I'm going to attack
Oh.
again. Or,
Cast
that's
haste.
not the ways. Whichever one gives me an extra surge. That
Extra
was-
surge, yeah.
Now, can you attack 4 more times?
Yes.
No, it just gives you 1 more extra.
I don't know. It gives you your full attack action again.
It does?
Mm-hmm.
Gives you an additional action to take, yes.
So that's,
Which your attack action
Right.
is all of your attacks.
Okay.
so that's 4 more.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt they're doing any real damage. To
Not
this
natural
thing.
20.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
I gave
11.
it 10% of its actual health.
Wow.
And a 26.
So how much?
Not natural 20. Natural 20. And a 26.
Yeah, a little bit.
I still want to see. You guys remember what they're fighting? I'm super curious.
You're dead, so it doesn't matter to you.
Exactly. That's why I want to see.
Some fucking
You're both
elder-
dead.
elder-
Exactly.
Hence why I'm curious.
We can't help or hurt.
Oh, jeez, that is tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You guys are tough.
Thanks.
Cool.
What?
Let's go home.
In
and-
the nigga tree?
65
And they're
damage.
only getting 10% of that HP.
65.
65 damage. Okay.
I'm actually going to head out for the night.
I think someone's behind you.
Yeah, we're
Oh, it's possible.
I don't know which vehicle you're in, so I can't speak.
Probably the car that's in front
The
of me.
gray car, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm.
I thought the Prius was his.
Race is mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
pretty
behind
sure
them.
behind him,
Yeah, he's behind me.
Oh,
There.
You pulled up right behind me, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I pulled up on someone.
Wait.
Or no, I pulled up behind the van. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
you
we're
were
behind
you were behind Jeremy's car.
so who comes behind Matt?
I'll leave this here. You guys can check with
That
that.
would be him.
Okay.
65 damage, and then whoever's next.
See you guys soon.
Bye.
Later, man.
Alright, great person.
Well, wait, we're not doing D&D for the rest of the year.
Are we not?
Yeah,
No.
we're so
Did we hear this development?
right,
We can
right.
still play board games.
So I mean, next week I think what's the deal with next week? Oh, you're gonna be
I'm pretty sure we'll be doing something for my baby sister's birthday.
right.
Right.
His baby sister's birthday is next week. So we probably won't do D&D that weekend. It would be his session anyway. The following week is Christmas weekend. Almost nobody will probably be available that weekend, so I don't want to try to do anything that weekend. The following weekend after that, I'll be busy. I'll be out in where is that? Rain? Yeah, I'll be out in that neck of the woods.
God, why are you going over there?
Well, that's where Jamie's friend
Oh.
family, the friend family is out there, and they're doing New Year's again out there finally
Oh,
after
okay.
like 3 years of not doing it. So we're gonna be out there for New Year's. So it'll probably be like the second week of
January.
2019. Yeah, second week of January that we'll actually start. So we'll probably have like 3 weeks off. That's not to say that we won't do stuff. We just probably like next week we'll probably play board games or something like that, or maybe
Yeah.
Smash or something to that effect. But
Because I have been working on that campaign.
yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah,
On
I
your
mean,
one-shot
I'm
one?
down. I mean, your one shot. If you, because he's actually wanting to do like
Yeah, I
one shots
saw.
in between. Like, yeah, that's true. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's something there. So yeah, at least next weekend. The next 2 weekends after that, it probably won't be anything going on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm down.
Cool.
My turn?
Nope, I was waiting for you to move. Okay. So each of those tentacles lashes out once again. Ooh. So against Derek, it's going to be not enough. I don't think. A 19, which isn't enough to hit him. Against
Dang.
Courtney's character, it's a 17, which I don't think is
Nope.
enough to hit her. Against your character, it's going to be a 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may want to hit it.
I mean, I have a lot of health.
12 damage.
Okay.
I'm trying to find this thing and I can't.
In what?
What is it?
It's not
You're
in
gonna find
D&D.
it on D&D Beyond.
It's a Cthulhu character. I'm sure.
Okay.
I sent her, I sent her one
I shared the book.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, the Sandy
Another
Peterson
one with like
Mythos, Cthulhu Mythos book.
face
I'll share the link again.
thing,
I know I clicked it. I don't know if I downloaded it. I know it's the link you're talking about though.
Yeah, I put it in there. I'll share it again if you guys don't have it.
Oh, BT Dub found like a super clear scan of the. I don't know if anybody's gonna want it, but the Guildmaster Guide to Raven something, the newest book.
Oh, okay.
I found that scan of it. It's really good.
Nice.
Okay, so that's that, and then Welkin. This is
It
a
hit.
yeah, it hit a little lot.
His plus is probably more than what my
It's,
armor class.
31.
God. Oh, so it's my armor class backwards.
11 whole damage, Welkin.
Excellent.
Believe me, I'm doing less than 10% of its actual damage it's capable of doing. I'll tell you how much damage it does after I. Oh, shush!
Max, really? Is it?
Okay.
That's the fact.
Courtney.
Woo.
It's your turn.
I kill it. Fire. Am I allowed to do the breath attack and my 2 attacks? Or does breath attack count as 1 attack?
I don't remember if the breath attack is a bonus action or if it's an actual action.
If you're on D&D Beyond, you could look under bonus actions until.
Let me see.
That, I mean,
No,
that's,
it's an
I'm pretty.
action.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it's a racial that you can look at.
Yeah.
So I could do that one and then switch to the. Oh, let's do that. Do my breath attacks. I think that's guaranteed. And I can hit all 3 of the little tentacles.
Well, they still make a dex check.
Well, make their.
Now your thing's only in a line.
So she shoots it into the hole.
That makes sense. Okay.
Wait, what?
21, 16, a 22, and a 24.
Okay, 3 out of the 4 save. So I need to roll this twice. That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that's 19 and then halved.
Okay. So 19 and, what is that? 9?
Yeah.
So,
So it's 27 and then 19. If you have to total it all up for one thing. If it's separate, it's just 9 3 times and then 19. No, that's 28.
okay. Welkin. Well, can.
Wait. Never mind. I guess he hasted
Wait, I'm
Jojo
not-
earlier.
I'm not done.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not?
No, I get 2 attacks. That's just the one.
Oh, okay. Well, then continue.
Apparently, there's a 3E supplement
That is
for.
an 18 plus 11 to hit my battle axe. Damage is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15.
There's not so much tone.
Okay. Welkin.
All right. Hmm. I would throw Alchemist Fire at it, so it's a deck save.
Okay. So a 23,
Yep.
a 16, a 16, and a 21.
So the save's 18. So yeah, 2 saved, 2 didn't.
2 saves, 2 didn't.
So so the 2 that didn't save took 11 damage. The 2 that did save took nothing. I don't believe it. Yeah, I don't think it does half damage.
Okay. So you strike at it, and just as I say, just as suddenly, just as long drawn out. No, but contrary to how slowly this thing appeared, it shrinks down and pulls into that hole with such force that there's a differential in pressure in the room.
Kind of like
Yeah, like the pressure air cabin.
Yeah.
Like, but to a more extreme sense, in the fact that those of you who are still present actually black out from the pressure. And when you come to, you're laying face down in that gross sticky tack muck, and there is a shriveled up body next to you of him, and there's Watley standing over you going, "What are you doing? What happened?"
Fuck yourself. We're in a fucking void, and 2 of our members are dead.
You saw him, didn't you?
Fuck yeah. You didn't warn us about shit.
I
Who
tried.
was he?
You didn't try shit. You said see for yourself. You could have said see for yourself. There may or may not be an empty void where you might die in and see some fucking creature from beyond the fucking realm. You piece of shit.
Now,
I mean, in his defense, how
Wait,
would
wait, wait, wait,
anybody-
wait.
now you understand. I couldn't help you down there,
We could have not gone there at all.
but you had to have seen what you're up against.
You could have explained it. I have a good imagination.
He's one of the lesser gods.
Fuck.
You have.
I'm fucked. Mentally, I am fucked.
Wait, I can't. I'm
Oh,
quick.
perfect reaction.
You
You have to prepare. You have to be stronger than you are.
My mind is damn near broken, and we've suffered 2 loss of party members.
Now you understand my daily struggle.
But for
How many
science,
days has it been?
Days?
Yes.
It's been weeks since I brought you into the catacombs.
Oh my god, I want to kill this guy so fucking bad.
Okay, so my rations are down.
I want to kill him too.
Give me the diamonds that I need to bring these fuckers back.
What use would I have for diamonds?
I need them. You don't. Give them to me.
Well, I don't have it.
Go get some!
Well, why don't you come with me?
Because it's your fault!
It's not my fault.
I want to
You
hurt
failed.
you. I want to hurt you.
It's that many people want to hurt me.
Yeah, I'm gonna hurt you.
You cut me deep.
You cut me deep, Watley. 2 people are dead because of you. You could have warned us. We could have had some preparedness.
So what? Don't mind him. He's been blaming me for days on it.
It's also his fucking fault.
He's just the weak-minded. You know how it is. So a god, you say? Come, tell me more about
It's
him.
a
He was
lesser
interesting.
god.
Well, lesser, older, more so. There's still God in the name, and the religious like to believe and whatnot. I'm more curious. How did he do it? That was impressive. You've been to space itself. I'm fascinated.
They exist
Come, let's walk.
beyond our edge of knowledge.
Well, my knowledge is vast.
Yes, beyond even the vastest of knowledge, there is more to be seen. There are cults that believe that they are more in tune with these elder gods than even the natural gods, the known gods. But they know nothing.
His name does.
Even
Kirk-
I know
Kirk-
very
So these
little.
cultists happen to know some things then.
I don't need that.
They
I need-
think
Okay.
they know, but they only know what they are allowed to know.
But that's more than
In the
I
way that
know
it-
presently.
In the way that an ant is allowed to know a human.
But so they know more than we do presently, is what you're saying. Come, Watley.
I don't believe that they do. But
What threat does this thing face?
this threat is the reason for every terrible thing that's been happening recently in these lands.
Oh, okay. That's all?
Okay, we can go home now. Bye.
Kirkland.
Yes.
Let's go find a jewelry
And
store.
for the sake of clarity, there is one other thing you must know.
Where were we?
Well,
Obviously, in interdimensional space.
less a question of where is a question of when and why were you.
Have you been to that?
I have been there.
How did you get out?
Well, I was forced out.
Why were you forced
You
out?
see, the thing you fought, it is my father.
Ah, I knew it.
Not to that extent.
No. So why did Daddy abandon you?
I hate you so much right
And that's where we'll leave it.
Yes.
now. No.
Yeah, that's where we'll leave it.
Kirkland kills himself.
Three weeks before we start Cody's campaign, so 5 weeks before you get back to mine.
Before and after.
So,
Is there a jewelry shop in town?
I'm sure there is, but that's for next time.
I tell Kirkland, let's go find a jewelry shop.
That's for next time. You guys are going to get.
Just the living ones, right?
Shit.
Can I gain the dead people's experience?
Well, I mean, I always give a modifier for however many people were in the group. So there was.
I'm gonna be level 10 forever now.
Well,
You fall before you died.
okay, let's see. So you get the 4 people who are alive, 3,083 experience.
3,000.
3,083.
Yay! I'm 14. Yes.
How are you
I'm
not
less
dead?
than I'm less than 3,000 away.
I'm a 14, which means I'm now a 5th level artificer, which means I get my next magical item creation. I'll have to look at that list.
So
I hope it's a dildo.
the thing's actual damage it should have been dealing was 2d100
Nice.
Wow.
necrotic damage.
Sick.
What was it dealing?
10% of that.
Oh
So-
shit.
2d10.
2d10.
Okay.
So you also got 10% of the
Dude,
experience
what
you would
was,
have got had
what
you.
was it? Health though.
A lot.
No, divided or whatever.
Oh, it still had 260 health
Oh, that's not bad.
at 10% of its health.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
Don't worry.
Is that how much
Vulcan
it left
himself's
when
gonna be a
it
god
had
shortly,
left
so
us,
it's
or is
okay.
that how much it had when it
No,
started?
that's how much it had when it started. 10% of its health. You were introduced to 10% of this thing's total might,
I think we could have handled 20, but you know.
and that's a lesser god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, you brought your bag in.
We had one random guy join, say, "Well, this was not recommended. Bye." Dick.
Yeah, you're a dick.
Screw you, random dude.
Hey, it was in your
So
recommended.
him